Hello and warm welcome to this lecture. So today we'll be discussing about time and work, one of the important topics and the simple topics. The idea is just like the previous lecture that we had on allegations and mixtures and removals and replacements that we talked about. So how simple it was. Similarly, even this is one of the simpler concepts. And short, you are going to see the questions based out of this particular topic. So this is very important to learn from the perspective that it's easy to attempt. The questions under these topics are easier to attempt. So because there are not too many concepts involved in this, there is only one major key relationship involved here. So as we go, first let's understand the basic relationship, what I'm talking about, the basic understanding of it. Maybe we'll spend about 60 minutes in that around that particular area. So because once the foundation is firm, then we'll be able to explore the depth, right? So therefore I will divide the lecture into two halves. Maybe the first half I will focus more upon the foundation part of it, so where the basics are clearly understood, and then in the next 1 hour we'll try and explore the problems from CAT and various other management entrance exams, right? So that's how we'll kind of take this up, right? So all right, now here we go, friends. So let's take that up and let's continue this journey. So let me technically, when is the first time you get kind of exposure to time and work? Maybe class 6, if I'm not wrong, class 6 or class 7. That's the first time you kind of touch upon this particular concept. Right, so from there already your journey begins there, and so now we are here. So first of all, then you discuss one particular method there called as the unitary method. Most of you, if you remember the name given in your textbooks, you generally call it as a unitary method. I'll illustrate what I meant by the unitary method. However, will not only the unitary method, we here discover already here, we try and understand the faster approach. We will try and see already how this approach can be a little faster and better, how certain things can be fast tracked so that will be able to do it a little quicker than what you used to do in the high school. That's the whole idea of this particular lesson. Therefore, in addition to the concepts, we are also going to learn a specific approach in this particular lecture. So here we go, friends. I guess everybody is ready with pen, paper, book. Your tools are ready, as much as my tools are ready here on the board. So your tools also kind of ready. Let's take this up together. So wherever it is required, take some important notes. And whenever I ask you to do certain things, try and push and do it. It's like a mental gym that we are doing together. It's not that every time you simply passively watch what I'm trying to do here. Rather, you also kind of actively participate and try to work alongside me wherever I give that opportunity. Sure. So once my lecture is done, so there is a lot to work for you independently, no doubt about it. But in addition to that, while I'm doing this particular lecture, when I give a small drill and want you to respond to that drill, try and see sincerely, try and reciprocate. That way, like we both will be able to travel together. Right, here we go on this note. Let's get started. So what is that we are trying to explore? What is the most key important factor here? One of the key important factors here is the efficiency. Efficiency is the most important thing out here. If you ask me that, okay, the single largest factor, I'm not saying that this is the only factor. I'm saying that one of the largest factors, this whole chapter revolves around is nothing but the word called as efficiency. What is the efficiency? Efficiency of the individual, because assume that a task is given to me and a task is given to you. If you are able to do that task in less time and I am taking more time, so naturally you are more efficient, right? You are more efficient. Therefore, this efficiency is one of the key factors. We'll explore this factor, we'll explore this, and how time and efficiency are related. Let's explore this. Technically, they are inversely related. So how do you say that? So assume that, okay, somebody is taking less time to do the work, then it is more efficient. Look at the words that I'm using. Less time implies more efficient person. Somebody is taking more time implies less efficient person. I'm not using more with more, rather I'm using more with less. So that's a clear indication of the time and inverse efficiency being inversely proportional. Very simple way. Already from your high school, I'm sure you were able to recall what I'm talking about. So one of the assumptions that we kind of make is efficiency remains constant throughout the period, which means there is no acceleration. Technically, what happens is when we start trying to read a book, let's say that, okay, you started reading a 400-page book or 500-page book. What happens? Generally, the first 20 pages, you tend to go slow because you're also warming up. You're also trying to get hold of that particular author style of writing, etc. Therefore, technically, already if you say the work is to finish that particular novel, which is about 400 pages, there is an acceleration factor there. In the sense, like, what you read in the first 1 hour may not be same as the what you read in the what number of pages you read in the next 1 hour, right? Number of pages that you read in the first 1 hour are less when compared to the number of pages that you read in the next 1 hour. Technically, I'm assuming that you have the habit of reading continuously for about 2 to 3 hours. Then you yourself would have discovered it, right? No, so technically, the first 1 hour you generally kind of read little less compared with the next couple of hours. All right. Reason being, there is an acceleration factor. All right. There is always a familiarity factor which builds up in the 1 hour. So, but that is not considered here. All right. Now, what I'm talking here is when you are doing the questions on time and work. If someone says that, hey, the person reads the book in 10 hours, it means that every hour he reads the equal number of pages. All right. There is no acceleration. We don't give any credit to acceleration, although we know that in the usual circumstances there is an acceleration factor which is there. So technically, if you do the exercises, it can be reverse way. Reverse way, basically the amount of energy that you spend, the amount of weight that you can lift in the first couple of minutes can be different from what you can do in the last couple of minutes. Reason being, your muscles get tired. All right. Now, therefore, there is a deceleration there, right? Now, so therefore, so that those factors are not involved out here. All right. Now, that's pretty much okay. Then what we discover very importantly through this particular lecture is the difference between the unitary method and the LCM method. In the sense, how LCM method, we just give a name LCM method. You have the efficiency method. Some people also call this as an efficiency method. Perfectly fine. All right, whichever way you call it as efficiency method, people call it as perfectly fine, whatever the name that you give. But we'll try and avoid unitary method, and we'll focus more upon efficiency method through this particular lecture. Simply reason being, all right, it's a much faster and much more efficient method. Yeah, right? Yeah. So let's get on to the lecture, friends. Let's get on to the lecture with these particular parameters. Important, like, no, so we all know the first relationship that I've projected out here, what I'm saying here. So I'm saying that time into speed is equal to distance. We all know time into speed is equal to distance. We all know efficiency is also nothing but the rate of work. Efficiency is nothing but rate of work. So if I have to map one to one, time remains time duration remains time duration, maybe couple of hours, maybe couple of days, whichever way, time duration remains time duration. The speed turns out to be rate of work here. Speed turns out to be rate of work, the speed of the vehicle, right? Now, so the time taken by the vehicle into the speed of the vehicle, or the average speed of the vehicle, gives me the distance traveled by the vehicle. Similarly, time taken by the individual and the efficiency with which the person has worked will define what is the work that has been accomplished. All right, now how much work this person has done. So that's all right. Now, therefore, the distance is equivalent of work. Therefore, I want you to clearly remember this relationship. This whole lecture is about this relationship. All right, in one point, if you were to tell you, this entire lecture is about this relationship of time into efficiency, time taken by the individual, and the efficiency of the individual is nothing but the work accomplished by the individual. All right, it's clearly about that. All right, let's say, all right, let's take one simple statement here, friends, just to understand. If P needs A days to finish a task, or then the person needs 1 by A of the task. The person finishes, or it completes 1 by A of the task per day. For example, if P takes 10 days to complete a task, if I make this statement, all right, no acceleration, nothing, just to make the point clear, I'm giving this statement to you. P takes 10 days to complete the job. So how many hours he is working? Based on their office. All right, if their office wants them to work for 8 hours a day, the office wants them to work 10 hours a day, office wants them to work 7 hours a day. Depends. All right, now therefore he's saying that he can complete the project in 10 days. What does it mean? Every day. So what is the amount of work P can do every day? All right, P takes 10 days to complete the work, complete one full project. All right, therefore, what is the work per day? That is called as efficiency. Work per day, work done per day is also called as efficiency. So what is the work done per day? Is nothing but 1 by 10th of the work per day. This guy is able to accomplish 10% of the work, 1 by 10th of the work per day. This is the efficiency, isn't it? That is what I meant here. All right, this is nothing but the efficiency. In the sense, if you give him a task, call it, now this is the task, he divides them into 10 pieces. All right, he divides them into 10 pieces. Day 1, he completes this part. Day 2, he completes this part. Day 3, he completes this part. Day 4, he completes this part. Likewise, day 10, he completes the last part. Every day, he completes equal part. That is 1/10 of the work. Again, 1/10 of the work, 1/10 of the work. Likewise, all right, now all the days he is doing 1/10 of the work. Therefore, what is the work? One full work. All right, that's a unitary method. What is unitary method? In unitary method, you technically say that the work is one full work, no matter what that work is. That is taken as the full project. That is taken as the full work. That is a unitary method. The very word we call this unitary method is the work is one full unit. The work is one full unit. Right now, that's pretty simple. That's from your high school. I just reminded you that hey, why you call it as a unitary method. Already your high school teachers would have clearly told you about this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's take a look at this particular example. Let's try and do it by two different. Alright, let's try and do it by both the methods. What is that? Efficiency method as well as the unitary method. Let's do by both the methods. First, let's do the way we used to do in the high school. Let's do by the unitary method or middle school. Middle school is technically your class 7, etc. Right, okay, let's try and do this. Seema alone can complete a work in 10 days. Rima alone can complete the same work in 15 days. How many days would they need to complete the same work if they work together? Now look at this. Here, what is the efficiency of Seema? Let me write it as efficiency. Let's take it as efficiency of Seema. Okay, what is the given data? First of all, what is the given data? Seema can do the work in 10 days. Now look at the days. Seema can do the work in 10 days. All right. What about Rima? Rima can do the same work in 15 days. All right. So what is the efficiency therefore? What is the efficiency of Seema, friends? Efficiency of Seema is 1 by 10. Why? Because your work is nothing but days. All right. Now the number of days, that's a time period, into efficiency is equal to work. That's what we said here. The work is what? One full work. So if the number of days are 10, what is the efficiency? Efficiency has to be 1 by 10. That's how you get the one full work. Work is one full work. That's what you said, that unitary method, the work is always one. All right, therefore efficiency is nothing but what? Work done per day. Work done per day is inversely proportional. That's what you mean by days and efficiency are inversely proportional. Therefore I wrote the number inverse. So whichever way you understand, very easy to understand. Oh, okay. Yeah, what is the efficiency of Rima? 1 by 15. Why? Because if she wants to do the same work, all right, now she would be doing 1 by 15th of the work per day. Right now the days cannot be added. Remember, the efficiencies can be added. All right, efficiencies can be added. Hey, if they work together, Seema and Rima work together. Seema and Rima work together. Hey, what is their combined efficiency, friends? Combined efficiency is 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15. All right, that's a combined efficiency. Efficiency of the first person is 1 by 10. Efficiency of the second person is 1 by 10. This is the combined efficiency. Good. So what you will do, you take the LCM now. The combined efficiency. You are taking the LCM here. Good. So the LCM is nothing but 30. 30, therefore you say that 3 plus 2, therefore 5 by 30. What is 5 by 30? 1 by 6. That is the combined efficiency. So efficiency of Seema is 1 by 10, efficiency of Rima is 1 by 15, whereas efficiency of Seema and Rima put together is 1 by 6. Well, the efficiency of Seema and Rima put together is 1 by 6. Hey, they have to complete what? The same work. So therefore, how many days they will take? The days has to be inversely proportional to efficiency. Write the reverse of 1 by 6. Therefore, you are saying that they will complete this work in 6 days. They will complete this work in 6 days. Why? Whether Seema does alone or Rima does alone or both of them working together, they are trying to accomplish the same task. All right, they are trying to accomplish the same task. Therefore, all right, now, so once you reach this stage, come back and write it reverse. All right, because you are saying that 1 by 6th work per day. So how many days? Reverse. All right, reverse number of days are going to be the reverse of the efficiency, because efficiency and the time duration are inversely proportional to each other. Great. All right, now so far, all right, now this typically the high school. Now what do we do? All right, when we do the all right efficiency method, or we call it as the LCM method. The reason I call it as LCM method is it sticks in your mind. You know that you have to take the LCM. All right, now how do we start is we take the LCM first. We start this question by taking the LCM. So let me define that. What I say is a work, I will not take it as 1. I keep the work little dynamic, which means I take the work as a convenient number. Thereby, I can avoid the fractions. Now look at this. All right, now the idea of this efficiency method is what? To avoid these fractions. You are writing the efficiency as 1 by 10, 1 by 15. When the question becomes way too complicated, twisted little bit as we go along in the future, things become little complicated. Unnecessarily, it gets complicated. You might not really like the way to write the fractions, because when I do the later half of the chapter, you will not find the numbers. You will have only variables. It doesn't look nice to write the variables in the inverse fashion. Therefore, what we'll do, we will write, all right, now take the LCM, we'll decide some work there. So let's understand what is that. Hey, work is equal to, you keep it work as dynamic. Work is equal to LCM of time duration. Time duration, whatever the time durations that you see, take the LCM of all these fellows and call it as work. This is the only thing that you got to remember. That's a starting point of any of these kind of problems. Efficiency method, if you are working on the LCM method or called as LCM method, so you have to define the work. Work is not going to be 1. Instead, work is going to be LCM of the time durations that you see in the problem. All right, that you see in the problem. Let's take it like that. Let's refine that thought later, but let's take it like that to start with. All right, LCM of the time durations. Fair enough. All right, now what are the time durations here? Time durations here are nothing but 10 days. 10 days is one time duration. So 15 days is another time duration. Therefore, the moment you read this particular question, you say that, okay, let me write the work is equal to LCM of, let LCM of the 10 comma 15. Is there any other number? There is no other number. 10 comma 15. Good. So therefore you would say that LCM of these numbers is 30 units. All right, that is the work. Instead of calling unitary method work is 1 full unit, you call this as work is equal to 30 units. Think something like this. Assume that Rima and Seema are designers, in the sense like, so take them as tailors. Take them as tailors. That's a simple example. Assume that somebody is designing, cutting the pieces and giving to them. Their job is to stitch them, meticulously stitch them, meticulously stitch them. What is the work? Work is 30 units. You went and inquired with Seema. Listen carefully, guys. Everybody listen carefully. Solid. Now, therefore, Seema. So what is the two important things I'm writing? Number of days and the efficiency, which is equal to work, that is time into speed is equal to distance. Very similar. D is nothing but number of days in this case. E is nothing but efficiency. Work, so work remains constant. I already know the work to be done by Seema. Seema should stitch 30 shirts. Hey, what about Rima here? Rima also should stitch 30 shirts. Hey, what if I appoint both of them, Seema and Rima, together they should stitch 30 shirts. That's a project is stitching 30 shirts. Assume time being they're tailors. Well, somebody is designing and they are giving, a designer is cutting them and the person is giving them those pieces. This person has to stitch those pieces. Now we inquired with Seema. Seema said that, hey Seema, you got to stitch 30 shirts. How many days do you need? Or how many days do you need? Seema said, I need 10 days. Alright, that's what Seema's response here, 10 days. Good. So therefore, how many shirts she can stitch per day? That's called as efficiency. 10 into something has to be 30. 10 into 3. She can stitch 3 shirts per day. Alright, that is the efficiency. Alright, 3 garments, whatever is that. Alright, I'm taking shirt as an example. Alright, 10 into 3 shirts per day. Alright, now which has become 30 shirts. Okay, you inquired with Rima. You said that, hey, this Rima seems to be taking too long. 10 is too much. I can't wait for 10 days to complete this job. Therefore, you went to the Rima. You inquired with Rima. Rima says that I need 15 days to do this job. Good. Alright, now she wants 15 days to do this job, which means what is her efficiency? To stitch 30 shirts, she wants 15 days. To stitch 30 shirts, she wants 15 days. Therefore, per day, she would stitch 2 shirts per day. 2 shirts per day. Now combine both of them. In a sense, you are saying that, hey, I want both of you to work with me. Alright, I want both of you to do this because, hey, 10 days is too much for me. I also 15 days is too much for me. I am looking to complete this project a little earlier than this. So therefore, you say that you request both of them. You'll say that, hey, both of you come on board. Both of you help me out. Good. So if you appoint both of them, so what is that they deliver per day? 3 plus 2. This is what they deliver. 3 plus 2, 5 shirts they deliver. Seema can deliver 3 shirts per day, and then Rima can deliver 2 shirts per day. They together can deliver 5 shirts per day. They can deliver 5 shirts per day. Good. Therefore, how many days? Simple. Something into 5 is equal to 30. Alright, now something into 5 because they can deliver 5 shirts per day and they need to deliver 30 shirts because my project is still 30 shirts. I'm not changing the project. That's a work. Alright, 30 shirts need to be delivered. 5 into something is equal to 30. We all know this is nothing but 5 into 6, which is equal to 30. Same 6 here. Alright, now this is precisely the same 6 what you got in here. Alright, now it's precisely the same number, which is going to be your answer. 6 days is what they require together. So what is that here? Alright, now you advance the decision. This is not a very different method, but definitely this is going to help when we hit the depth. When we hit the depth of the subject, we are not hitting any depth. We are orienting now, right? Now I said that the first 1 hour we kind of orient. In fact, alright, now 1 hour from now we'll be orienting. After that, we hit that particular depth. When we hit that particular depth, alright, now this method is going to come to alright now our aid in a big way, in a much larger way, right? So what is that we did here? We advanced our decision. Hey, what was that advanced your process or decision? You say you take the same LCM here. Alright, now at this stage you took the LCM here. LCM of 10 and 15. That's what you took. You looked at 10 and 15. You took this LCM and you wrote this number 30 here. Alright, now that's when you wrote this number 30 here. But what you are doing, you are advancing your decision. You are saying that let me start with that thought. Alright, now why I should write, alright, now keep writing the fractions and then come to that LCM. Rather, you are trying to say that let me advance my decision. Let me take that LCM right in the beginning. Alright, thereby I can comfortably work through this particular question. All right, that's what you did here. All right, because you took this as 30, you fixed your work as 30, and you comfortably went on to write the numbers through this lecture. You comfortably went on to write it, right? Yeah. So therefore, what is very important to me? Efficiency. Hey, why efficiency is so important to me? Because always the combined efficiency is what we will be looking for. Combined efficiency means efficiency can be added. Days are not going to be added. Remember, right? Efficiency is what you are going to add. What they can deliver per day is what can be added for multiple individuals. Therefore, one important thing is two important things here. Number one, decide the work. Start by deciding the work. If you decide the work as one, so be it. Then it's a fraction method. All right, then you will be taking the unitary method. Or you can decide the work a dynamic. I will take some number of my convenience. Then what should be that convenience? Take the LCM of the time duration. All right, now that's how you decide the work. Once you decide the work, then you always focus on the efficiency. What you kind of focus is the efficiency. Efficiency becomes important there, right? Now, so here we go. I guess all right, now you did a nice orientation in the last 10 minutes. I illustrated both the methods here. Now let's zoom in. Let's get into the lecture now. Okay, here we go. With the same people, let's create certain variations here quickly. Let's create 5-6 variations on this. 5-6 variations on this. Here we go. Seema alone can complete a work in 30 days. With the help of Rima, she can complete the same work in 12 days. In how many days Rima alone can complete the same work? Right now, Seema can do this work in 30 days. So what you are writing here, guys? This is what you are writing. There is Seema. Let's Seema alone. Then Seema, Rima alone. Then Seema and Rima. Hey, can I change it? Can I write Seema and Rima here and Rima at the bottom? Of course, yes. You can write whichever way you want. There is absolutely no problem. Hey, how do I start this particular question? First of all, you start this particular question with the work. Define the work. Work is nothing but LCM of what? Time duration. Hey, what are the time duration you are seeing? 30 and 12. Take the LCM. There is 30. There is 12. Therefore, LCM is equal to 60. There are 60 units. All right, yeah, work is nothing but work is equivalent of 60 units. All right, now that's where you start. Fine. So Seema, the number of days required and the efficiency of Seema is equal to work. Look, all this structure is in your mind. I'm writing it so that all right, now you take the photographic memory, it remains. All right, in the exam, you don't have to beautify this by writing this work is LCM. You don't have to write all these statements. Work is equal to LCM of no. You look at the numbers, you say that 60 is the work. All right, now this is the mental work. 30 and 12, you look at it. We all know how to take LCM. I taught you in the numbers 1 lecture. All right, numbers 1 or numbers 2 lecture. I taught you about this numbers 2 lecture. So we did a lot of work on the LCM. So there's a cakewalk. We know how to find LCM, not a worry. That happens in your mind. You say that 60 is the LCM, done. And then proceed. Right? Okay. Therefore, work is fixed. Work is fixed as 60. All right. Once you fix it, it's fixed. Work is fixed as 60. No matter whether Rima does or Seema does or both of them two together. Okay. Here we go. Therefore, the days, whatever is given, put them to perspective. The days is 30. Seema alone takes 30 days. If they work together, they take 12 days. Right? The efficiency is therefore, friends, 30 into something is equal to 60. 30 into what is 60? 30 into 5. Thus, the 30 into 2 is 60. Okay, 12 into what is 60? 12 into 5 is 60. Alright, you got the combined efficiencies as well. Now look at this. Hey, this is the combined efficiency. What is this 5? This is the combined efficiency. Seema and Rima put together. Out of this 5, Seema contributes 2 pieces. Assume that, as I said, assume that they are tailors. All right, they can together deliver 5 shirts per day. In the sense, they can stitch 5 shirts per day. Out of which Seema is stitching 2 shirts per day. Then what about Rima? Rima is stitching the remaining 3 shirts per day. Then Rima is stitching the remaining 3 shirts per day. Therefore, you got your answer. All right, now therefore 60 is equal to 30 into something. 30 into something is equal to 60. That's what you are trying to say here through this particular row. A 30 into, all right, now 3 into what is equal to 60? 3 into 20 is equal to 60. Therefore, you are trying to claim that Rima alone can do this particular job in 20 days. That's your answer. All right, Rima alone. How many days? All right, now how many days is the question? You are saying that 20 days is the answer. 20 days you would be able to complete this. Simple question. Okay, let's create another variation quickly. Let's look through the variations here, friends. Let's kind of build this understanding. Ideas, I'm just building your understanding quickly here. All right, yeah, what is given here? A and B can complete a project in 20 and 30 days respectively if they start together, but A quits after 10 days. In how many days will the project be completed? Let's put it to perspective. Rima and Seema have become A and B here. All right, now for the ease of understanding quickly. All right, for the ease of understanding, names may not be required. So let's go here. First is decide the work. All right, first task is to decide the work. First task is to decide the work. Take the LCM of the given duration. All right, now here 20, 10. All right, now so you may say that, hey, can I take this 10 also? Take it. Does not really affect. All right, does not really matter. Okay, so what is the LCM of all of this, friends? The LCM of all of this is nothing but 60 again. All right, LCM of 20, 30, you may say that, hey, can I take that 10 also? Take it. There is no problem in taking it. All right, now, so as many numbers you take, that much more comfortable it becomes. There is absolutely no worries. Okay, 20, 30, 10. You can refine those thoughts as you go along, but at this point in time, that is not our worry. At this point in time, let's feel comfortable about deciding the work. How many units is the work? Because we decided that not to take work as one unit and keep writing the fractions. That much we decided. Then let's decide that then what number I should be taking as the work. Keeping that in mind, take all possible durations, whatever the durations that you see, take the LCM of, put them together. There is absolutely no worries on this. Okay, so you are taking this. What is the LCM? Therefore, 60 units. All right, LCM of all these numbers is 60 units. Good. Once you decide the work, so you say that you say the duration. It's given in days. Sometimes it can be hours also. If it is given in hours, we'll write hours. All right, basically it's a time duration. Days it's given, therefore I'm writing it as a D. That's it. All right, now so days, time duration, and efficiency. That is the key. Once you decide the work, what is the next key? I'm reminding you time and again. It's a efficiency. What is important there? Through the days, I need to arrive at the efficiency, which is equal to work. All right, which is equal to work. I don't have to write it time and again, but I'm writing it so that it's clear in your mind what I'm writing, what are the parameters that I'm writing. Good. So let's look for A and B here. Therefore, let's look for A and B. Let's look for A and B. So A takes 20 days to complete the job. B takes 30 days to complete the job, complete the same project. So work, we decided 60 units. Work decided whether A does or B does. That's a work that we decided. Instead of 1, we decided these numbers. And therefore, what is the efficiency, friends? Efficiency here is 3 units, 20 into 3. This person can deliver 3 shirts per day. Or this person can deliver 2 shirts per day. 30 into 2. Good. Combined efficiency. All right, now that's the efficiency. Now keep it. Now I don't have to do the combined. Now go to the question. Now look there. If this work, if they start together, they will start together. A quits after 10 days. Now therefore what happened? First 10 days, how do you solve this particular problem? First 10 days, what happened on first 10 days? You got to take stock situation. First 10 days, A and B worked together. All right, A and B worked together. Now look at them, guys. If A and B work together for first 10 days, I will keep the same thing. All right, 10 into efficiency is equal to amount of work accomplished. Amount of work accomplished. How many days you said? You said the first 10 days. Isn't it good? All right, first 10 days. Hey, what is the efficiency of A and B put together? A and B put together is 3 plus 2, 5 units. All right, because A can deliver 3 units, B can deliver 2 units, 5 units. 10 into 5, 50. Hey, what is the total work, guys? The total work is 60 here. Total work is 60. Or total work is 60. The total work is 60. Out of total work, if they work together for first 10 days, which means the 50 units they have delivered, 50 units they have delivered. So now you are saying that how many more units to be delivered here? Therefore, 10 more units to be delivered. 10 more units to be delivered. Now, who is doing this? In how many days will the project be complete? So A has quit. A has quit means only B alone. So now you are trying to say that remaining X days. B alone is working on this project. B alone is working on this project. Therefore, X days are there. Alright, X days are there. B alone can deliver how many units per day? 2 units per day. How many units is delivered? 10 more units he should deliver. Why? Because the total work is 60 units. They already completed 50 units working together for first 10 days because author said that after 10 days, alright, after 10 days he quits, which means the first 10 days they work together. Thereby they 10 into, alright, now 10 into 5, 50 units are done. So another 10 units, alright, now we already know that from 10, alright, from 60 you subtracted 50, therefore 10 more units are left. 2 into something, alright, 2 into number of days is equal to 10 more units. Therefore, how many more days? Already you are saying that 5 more days. Therefore, this response is X is nothing but 5 more days. You said that X days B is going to work. You know that it is 5 days. So therefore, question is in how many days will the project be completed? First 10 days they work together. Next 5 days B worked alone. Therefore, what is the project duration? Project was completed in 15 days. The project was completed in 15 days, right? Now, pretty simple one. Just once you decide the work, it's just writing the numbers quickly in perspective. Once you write those numbers, the writing numbers in perspective is very, very easy because you started off with a nice number. You didn't start with 1 and then started subtracting the fractions, etc., etc. Instead, you said that, hey, I will take a nice number. All these questions can be worked in the mind itself. But sometimes we call them as the toothpick test kind of. Now, these kind of questions, what I'm doing is, hey, there will be a question followed by answer options. No pen, no paper. Paper is only the question paper, and a toothpick will be given. Yes, you are listening right. A toothpick will be given. You got to do this entire calculation mentally, and then you got to punch that answer using the toothpick. It's a punching. Already you will punch the right answer. A, B, C, D answers will be given. A, B, C, D choices will be given. So one of the choices will be 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, whatever, right? Now, so wherever the 15 days is coming, already you got to punch that particular answer option using the toothpick. Reason being what? Hey, you should be able to develop the ability to do it mentally. Okay, that's a kind of a challenge. You got to challenge yourself. That's the whole point with the toothpick test, because they're pretty simple. All right, now, so getting all these numbers in the mind is not a challenge at all. But I hope you are getting the perspective. Let's explore further. Let's do it further. You will definitely develop the strength as we do it further. You'll develop it. Let's do this, guys. Do it with me. Do it with me. Some of these warm-ups, you do it with me. A and B can complete a project in 20 and 30 days respectively if they start together, but A quits 10 days before the project is completed. In how many days will the project be completed? Other way around, which means the starting point is more or less similar. So work we already know. It's very similar to the previous question. The numbers are similar to the previous question. Therefore, work is equal to 60 units, LCM of the numbers. Work is 60 units, that's given, that's taken. So now A, B, all right, now let's find the efficiencies. What's important there? Efficiency is important. Days are given. First column is always for the days, 20. Therefore, this is 30. I know the work is equal to 60. Hey, therefore, what is the efficiency here? What is important to me is the efficiency. Without efficiency, I can't proceed in the problem. Two things. Hey, did you decide the work right? Did you decide the work properly? Once you decided the work, decide to get there, obtain their efficiencies. Decide the work, obtain efficiency, your job is done. These are the two parameters. If you have to remember two things, decide the work, obtain their efficiencies, and you are done with the task. Right, now let's go here. Efficiency. So what is the efficiency of the first individual? 3 units. That's important to me. Hey, what's the efficiency of the second individual? 2 units per day. 2 units per day. That's important to me. All right, these are the two things that are important. Okay, what is the question? If they start together, good, but A quits 10 days before the project is completed. Now look at this. 10 days before the completion. I don't know how many days it takes to complete, but 10 days before the completion this fellow is doing. Therefore, how do I start this question? Last 10 days. Last 10 days. I want to understand that. All right, 10 days before the completion. I know last 10 days what happened. A, what happened last 10 days? A was not there. B alone was there. Simple. If you ask me last 10 days what happened, last 10 days only B was there. First, how many days they were together, that I don't know. But last 10 days who worked, that I know. Last 10 days B alone worked on this particular project. Why? Because A wasn't there. That's given. 10 days before the completion, all right, for 10 days before the completion of the project. In the sense, last 10 days who worked? B alone worked. Okay, what is the efficiency of B? 2. So the how many days he worked? 10. Therefore, days always first. Always have a pattern in the mind so that neither you get confused nor I get confused. Write the days first and then write the efficiency, and then you complete the card. You understand that how much work has been accomplished. 10 days. Okay, 10 days B alone work. With when? Last 10 days B alone work. So what is the efficiency of B? 2 units per day. 10 into 2. You are trying to say that, okay, 20 units were completed. 20 units got done in the last 10 days. Hey, but what is the work, friends? The work is 60 units. Work is 60 units. 20 units were done in the last 10 days. Therefore, hey, first X days. Therefore, the first X days. First X days, which means before A quit. The first X days. Who were there? Both A and B were there. Hey, what is the combined efficiency of B of both of them? 3 plus 2, 5 units. Combined efficiency is 3 plus 2. A can deliver 3 units, B can deliver 2 units. Together they can deliver 5 units. Good. So how many days? X days. I don't know how many days. I'm keeping it blank. Into what they can deliver? 5 they can deliver. How much they should deliver in those X days? All the remaining 40 units, because out of 60 units, 20 units were delivered on the last 10 days. Therefore, the first X days, both together should deliver what? Remaining 40 units. All right, this is what should have been happened. All right, because total work has to be 60, that has to be accomplished. Therefore, 40. Now, therefore, the question is, say, 5 into something is equal to 40. All right, 5 into something is equal to 40 into what? 5 into 8. All right, 5 into 8 is equal to 40. What is this 8? 8 days. That's what you are trying to say, 8 days. Therefore, what is the project duration, friends? 10 days B alone worked. Last 10 days B alone worked. First 8 days they worked together. Therefore, the project duration is how many days will the project be completed? Project was completed in 18 days. All right, how many days? Well, you are saying that the answer to this particular question is 18 days. In 18 days, they completed this particular task. Right, 18 days they completed it. All right, beautiful. All right, so once you get hang of this particular method, really beautiful one. The applications look really beautiful as we go along. We are getting hang of the basics now. We are getting hang of the basics. We'll see some of the applications in the later hour. All right, last 40 minutes or so. Okay, let's go here. Another one for you, my friends. Another one. Do it with me. No worries, do it with me. A and B can do a piece of work in 21 and 24 days respectively. They started the work together, but A left after some days and B finished the remaining work in 9 days. After how many days did A leave? All right, now let's take a look at this. All right, now pretty important, simple one. Okay, let's get the efficiencies in place first. Efficiencies in place first, or the work in place. First of all, let's get the work in place. The work on this particular question. Work is nothing but the LCM of LCM of, take 21 and 24. These are the primary numbers, isn't it? 21 and 24. 21 and 24. All right, 21 and 24. They started the work together. All right, no, so therefore, what is the LCM of these particular numbers? LCM of these particular numbers is 24 into 7, which is 168 units. All right, 168 units. Now, it said that they started the work together, but A left after some days. It's not given after some days. B finished the remaining work in 9 days. B finished the remaining work in 9 days. Very similar to the previous question. Very similar to the previous question. How do you start, therefore? Last 9 days. Even before that, you need to know the efficiencies, isn't it? Even you want to know the efficiencies. So, therefore, A, B, days are 21, 24. Efficiency of the total is 168. Total is 168. Okay, so idea of this particular question was, okay, teaching you another important point here. Just listen to me. All right, listen to me. Inverse proportion is what I was telling here. So idea of introducing, okay, why did I take the very similar question here, is to introduce you to another important fact here, only when two numbers are there. All right, writing inverse is much more easier. That's a point I wanted to make here, because now that we are comfortable with LCM, I wanted to introduce one more point here. Look at A and B here. A can complete the work in 21 days. B alone can do it in 24 days. Say, write that, all it knows the number, therefore efficiency is inverse proportion. Inverse means what? Write it backward. Write this 24 here and 21 here. And you can write the ratio. Already you can take the ratio. Already that's what you mean by inverse. A 21 by 24. What is the inverse of this? Inverse of this is 24 by 21. But efficiency you can always write in the simplified form. Days cannot be simplified. Days are days. That's absolute. Efficiency I can simplify it. Therefore I can say that, okay, this is 7 times and this is 8 times. Therefore I can write as 7 times and 8 times. Okay. Therefore you can write this as inverse already 8 and 7. I hope all of you got what is this 8 and 7. So days and efficiency are inversely proportional. If the days are in the ratio 21 by 24, efficiency will be in the inverse ratio, that is 24 by 21 or 24 by 21. Therefore it becomes 8 and 7. Therefore you get your work also. You get your work also. So 21 into 8 or 24 into 7, which is 168. You can get this by LCM also, but often already you don't have to take the LCM. If there are only two individuals, it's pretty simple. Write it reverse and put them in the simplified form. Write it reverse and put the numbers in the simplified form. That is, if the given is 21 and 24, write it reverse, write it as 21, 24 and 21 and then put them in the simplified form. Simplified form. That gets your efficiency there, because all that puts your efficiency. This is the point I wanted to make here, because once we understand that primarily it's about LCM, I can write it likewise as well. Now you may wonder, hey, why didn't you teach this before? I could have written it reverse and did this. Why simply take the LCM? Hey, what if there are A, B, C? You can't write it reverse, right? If there are A, B and C, A does the work in 10 days, B does it in 12 days, C does it in 15 days. Hey, it's not about writing the reverse. It is not about 15, 12 and 10. It's not about this. It's not about this. Now I need to take the LCM. I got to take 60 as the LCM and then write the numbers. LCM of these numbers as 60, because there are three. I can't write inverse. It is not A by B is equal to B by A, because A, B, C. All right, it's not A by B by C is equal to C by B by A. There is no such concept there, right? There is no such concept. Yeah. So therefore, all right, we need to be little mindful about it. That's my whole point here. We need to be little mindful. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. I hope you are getting my point here. So how to write it reverse? All right, if there are A and B, you can quickly write it reverse and you can proceed. Good. So we reach at this stage. Let's go here. Last 9 days. Last 9 days. Last 9 days. Who worked? B alone worked. B alone worked. B finished the remaining work in 9 days. Last 9 days, B alone worked. Here, what is the efficiency of B? 7 units. 7 units. Therefore, 9 into 7. 63 units. Okay, therefore, what is the remaining work, friends? Total work is how much? 168. Out of 168, last 9 days, 63 units are carried out. Therefore, how many more units were carried out in the first X days? 105. Therefore, you would say that, okay, first X days, we don't know. That's what we are trying to find out, the first X days. First X days. So, first X days, who were there? Both A and B were working together. Both A and B were working together. So X days into A, what is their efficiency? Combined efficiency is 15 units, because A can contribute 8 units per day and B is contributing 7 units per day, right? 8 and 7. So therefore it becomes 15 units. So 15 units should be equal to how much? Remaining work, that is 105 units. So 15 into what? 15 into 7. Right, 15 into 7, 7 days. Therefore, now the question is, okay, after how many days did A leave? Your answer is after 7 days. A left after 7 days. Right, after 7 days. How many days? The question is after 7 days. Answer to this question is after 7 days, A left this particular job. And then B completed it in the remaining 9 days. Therefore, the project duration was entire 16 days. It was entirely 16 days. Good. Okay. I guess all of you are getting the orientation to this. By now, all it should be very firm in your mind how to use this efficiency method. So, two important things. Decide the work. Already work is nothing but the LCM of the given numbers, and then obtain the efficiency. Once you decide the work and obtain the efficiency, most of your job is technically done. All right, most of your job is technically done. Okay, here we go, friends. This question for you. This question for you. I will wait for a minute. Answer this question quickly. Answer this. I'm putting this forth in front of you. Answer this. Okay, how much time do they need to complete the work together? There are three individuals, very similar to what you are working out. Get the LCM of the numbers. All right, to start with, get the LCM of the given time duration, that is 15, 20, and 30, which becomes 60 units. You say that that becomes my work. All right, that becomes the work. Work is nothing but 60 units. How many days would they need to complete the same work if they work together? Very similar, just that there are three people. Therefore, you will add three efficiencies: 15, 20, 30. The total is 60 every time. Total is 60 because everybody is given a task of accomplishing 60 units. 15 into 4, that's the efficiency. This is important to me. This efficiency is important. 4, because the whole idea is to find the work and efficiency here. 20 into 3 and 30 into 2. Okay, what if they all work together? A plus B plus C. What is the combined efficiency therefore? So you would say that therefore the combined efficiency is 4 plus 3 plus 2. Therefore 9. So that work is 60 units. Therefore now the question is, hey, how much time they take it together? So X days they took it together. Therefore what is X? X is nothing but 60 divided by 9. X is nothing but 60 divided by 9. We can simplify this. All right, we can simplify this. So therefore you would say that this is 6 2 by 3 days. That's fine. Already it's not that answer has to be a completed number. That's all right. Already you worked on the project 6 full days and 2/3 of a day. After that, what do? You allocate some other project. This project is over. So you will allocate some other project. As a project manager, you will allocate some other work. This work is over in 6 2 by 3 days. What to do? All right, now either you will say them, chill guys, it's all right, let's come back and start the work tomorrow. Or you would say that, okay, so 1/3 of the day is still left. Already you will allocate some other project and they commence with that particular project. All right, something like that. All right, something like that. So, but the answer to this question has to be 6 2 by 3. All right, 6 2 by 3 units. Okay, here we go. All right, now I guess you are getting this point here. All right, you are getting this point here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. So ABC can complete a job in 6, 8, and 12 days respectively if all of them work together to complete a job and earn this. What will be C's share? The point here is what? All right, now you distribute the money in the proportion of work done by them, in the proportion of work done by them. If they all work for same number of days, listen carefully to this. All right, first listen carefully to this. You will not distribute in the ratio of the number of days that they take. You distribute the money in the ratio of their efficiency. The more efficient guy has to get more money. In this case, of course, A should get more money. If you ask that who should get more money, A should get more money because he's the most efficient guy. He just takes 6 days to complete this project, right? Now, whereas C takes 12 days to complete this project. All right, now therefore, in fact, C will be getting half of what A would be getting, all right, on the face of it. All right, the more efficient guy will be getting more money. If all of them work together for same number of days, then naturally the money should be distributed in the ratio of their efficiencies. Okay, let me illustrate that. All right, now you might have understood what I said. All right, just in case you didn't, all right, now let me illustrate that point to your point here. Hey, what is the what is the work therefore? 24. Okay, what is the work therefore? Work is nothing but LCM of 6, 8, 12. 6 comma 8 comma 12, that is 24 units. Good. So let's quickly go to ABC there. A, B and C. Let A, B and C. What is the efficiency of A? Shall I write the efficiency directly, friends? Now I'll write the efficiency because I know 6 here, 24 by 6, 4. 24 by 6, 4. The efficiency is 3. For B, it is 3. For C, it is going to be 2. That's the efficiency. And look at the total. Therefore, what is A plus B plus C? What is the combined efficiency? Combined efficiencies, add up all these numbers. 4 plus 3 plus 2. That's a combined, because efficiency is what I can add, not the time duration. 4 plus 3 plus 2. All it now, which is nothing but 9. Now look, all it now. So if the total, just like we used to do in the ratios, friends. All it now ratios. That is A efficiency. A, B, C, and the total. Total is nothing but A plus B plus C. Hey, what is the ratio of their efficiency? Is 4 is to 3 is to 2. Okay, therefore, what is the total? Total is 9. All right, which means if A can contribute 4 units per day, B can contribute 3, C can contribute 2. Together, they can contribute how much? 9. So for this, all right, now this total corresponds to 2340. That's what author said. Total corresponds to it. For the total job, I'm giving you 2340. Of course, not just for these 9. So into number of days. But the point is, every day they are doing, every day, all of them are working. So therefore, I can distribute in the ratio of efficiencies itself. That's a point I'm trying to make, right? Yeah. So therefore, I know the efficiency. For the efficiency of 9, I can pay 2340. So therefore, for the efficiency of 2, how much I should be paying? Therefore, how do you write this? You'll say that 9 corresponds to 2340. Therefore, 2 corresponds to how much? I don't know. That is the share of C. Hey, why 2 only? Why did not take another one? Because share of C was asked. Share of C was asked. Therefore, you'll say that 2340 into 2. That's what you are doing here. Simplify this. Right here. 216 to 2. Therefore, share of C is nothing but rupees 540. Right, therefore, you say that, hey, out of 2340, the C gets 540. C gets 540. Similarly, you can find for others as well. Okay, what's the point here? The money should be distributed in the ratio of contribution. Contribution is again a function of efficiency. Money should be distributed in the ratio of contribution, right? Yeah, contribution is nothing but the efficiency, isn't it? Just think about the work, isn't it? All right, that's precisely the reason. All right, some people in the industry get more money, some people in the industry get less money, right? It's a function of what? It is the function of the efficiency, effectiveness they bring into the system. All right, the amount of work they contribute to the system, right? Yeah, pretty good. All right, now I guess you're all enjoying this. You're getting a hang of this. You're all getting hang of this. Okay, one more question. You do it, guys. This time you do it. I'll give a minute. Do this. Go ahead. Do this. Quickly close it. Yeah, I'm sure you closed it. All right, let's do it together. X alone can do a work in 15 days. Y alone can do it in 10 days. X and Y undertook to do the work for 720. But with the help of Z, they completed the task in 5 days. Now, first X and Y started doing it. Then Z said that, hey, I also want to join you. Fine, that also joined. So the project was 720. Therefore, how much they should pay for Z. Right now, they together completed the job in 5 days. Let's understand how it was done. So therefore, I'll now take the LCM of the numbers, 15, 10, maybe this 5, whatever. All right, now you take them together, decide the work. Therefore, work is equal to 30 units. Work is equal to 30 units. Write the efficiencies of XYZ, friends. Write the efficiency. I'm writing efficiency directly, my friends. I'm writing efficiency. So how do you write the efficiency of X here? Well, the efficiency of X is nothing but 30. Well, this 30 divided by 15, 2 units. Okay, what is the efficiency of Y? 30 divided by 10, therefore 3 units. 3 units. Okay. Okay, what about efficiency of X, Y, and Z put together? X, Y, and Z put together, all three folks put together. All three folks put together finished it in 5 days. That is 30 divided by 5. Therefore, they are doing 6 units per day. But the point here is, out of 6, contribution of X is 2 units. Contribution of Y is 3 units. Therefore, what is the contribution of Z? The contribution of Z has to be remaining 1 unit. Contribution of Z has to be remaining 1 unit. Now look at this. Therefore, for a total of 6 units, For a total of 6 units, you are paying 720. Therefore, for 1 unit, how much you should pay for this guy? Efficiency, because you said that money should be distributed in the ratio of their efficiencies, solid in the ratio of their efficiencies. Therefore, how much should you pay for Z? Okay, that's a question out here, isn't it? Therefore, 6 corresponds to 720. Therefore, 1 corresponds to what? Because that is what Z need to be paid. That is what Z need to be paid. All right, yeah, Z need to be paid there. So therefore, you would say that, so 120. Z has to be paid are rupees 120. All right, that is what Z's contribution. All right, in the 720 rupees. All right, that's what has all right, that has to be Z share in 120 rupees. Good. All right, here we go. You would have got the perspective so far. Let's switch the gear a little bit. I spent sufficient time on this because this is very, very important. Understanding so far is pretty important here. Sometimes what happens is people now sometimes they say that okay, there is no consistency. They don't come every day. So another popular way of dealing, popular way of this particular concept is same concept, pretty similar, but they work on alternate days. Let's work on alternate days. A can complete a work in 10 days. B can complete the same work in 15 days. How many days would they need to complete the same work if they work on alternate days? With A working on the first day. A started the work on the first day. Now let's listen to this. Now here onwards, I'll be switching to the concept with every 2 questions, right? Every 2 or 3 questions, I'll keep switching switching between the concept because by now the firm foundation has been laid. Firm foundation has been laid. I'll be slowly trying the variations. Then I will hit the depth in the next 20 or 30 minutes. All right, I will be hitting the proper depth as we go along. It doesn't really look like depth because it's a very simple concept, but yes, we'll be reaching there very soon. A completes a work in 10 days. B complete the same work in 15 days. All right, how many days would they need to complete the same work? The question is how many days would they need to complete the same work? All right, working on alternate days with A starting the work. All right, with A defining the work. Same way here. First, let's take the work here. Let's define the work. That's a pretty important thing. Define the work. It's always start with the work. The work is nothing but the LCM of the given duration. That is 10, 15. So you would say that the LCM of the duration. So LCM is nothing but 30 units. All right. Therefore, the work is accomplishing 30 units. Now listen, guys. What happens there? What is the efficiency of A? I'm writing it like this now. What is the efficiency of A? By now, you guys would have got this. Or efficiency of A. Efficiency of A. Efficiency of A is nothing but all right. Now 30 divided by 10. Here 30 is total. A can complete in 10 days. Therefore, 3 units per day. Hey, what is efficiency of B? What is efficiency of B? Same 30 units in 15 days, therefore 2 units per day. So now look, listen carefully here, friends. All of you listen carefully. So day 1, who comes to work? A reports to work. Day 1, A reports to work. So how many units he contributes? He contributes 2 units to the system. Sorry, 3 units to the system. Day 2, B comes to work, B reports to work. How many units he contributes? 2 units he contributes. Okay, day 3, all right, again, A reports to work, contribution, thereby 3 units. Day 4, A reports to work, contribution, thereby 2 units. Okay, I can write entire 30 because 30 is a small number to illustrate the point. 30 is a small number. Can I do whole of this? Of course, you can do whole of this, right? Of course, you can do whole of this. Likewise, you can keep doing it. Then you will understand that, okay, towards the end, the work gets completed. Cumulative, look at the cumulative work here. The cumulative till here, 3 units. All right, cumulative means total accomplished 3. Yeah, what is the cumulative here? 5. Yeah, what is the cumulative here? 8, which means 5 plus 3, 8. Yeah, what is the total work done till here? 8 plus 2, 10. All right, 8 plus 2, 10. In other words, all right, now 5 units are done in couple of days. Another 5 units are done in another couple of days, pair of days, right? Couple of days, pair of days. See, how do we therefore, how do you actually put it into a mathematical, all right, mathematical structure, this particular one? This is how you put. Listen carefully here, guys. So look for the pattern. Every 2 days, the number becomes constant. What is constant? 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 2, 5. But it's a pair of days. Remember, it's a pair of days. Good. So I will write it like this. Therefore, 5, all right, how many days? N pair of days. N is what? Number of pairs. Number of pairs means into 2 I should do. Remember carefully. All right, N is nothing but pair of days. What is the work accomplished in pair of days? What is the work accomplished in pair of days? 5. N into 5 should be equal to what? If 5 divides that number, write it as equal, or you are supposed to be writing less than or equal to. Why? Because the pair of days cannot be fraction. It's a pair of days. All right, N is the pair of days. That cannot be a fraction. That has to be a whole number. That has to be a whole number. I'll come to that point. Don't worry. Keep that in mind. It should be technically less than or equal to. Technically, it should be less than or equal to. Good. Less than or equal to what? It should be less than or equal to 30 units. Say, why 30 units? That's my work. That is my work. Alright, that's going to be my work. Now, because 5 divides this 30 completely, so you can as well write it like this: n pair of days into 5 is equal to 30. Remember, the primary thought is less than or equal to, because n has to be a natural number. N has to be a natural number. It cannot be a fraction. Alright, it's a pair of days. It should be taken as a natural number. So unless 5 divides, n will not be a natural number. Okay, therefore 5 is dividing it completely. Therefore, what is the value of n here? The value of n is nothing but 6. You are saying that n is equal to 6. What is this 6? 6 pairs. Remember that, hey, it is not 6 pairs of days. Why? Because this 5 units is nothing but, now it's a work accomplished in a pair of days. 5 units, not in one day, it's a pair of days. Therefore, 6 pairs. What do you mean by 6 pairs? 6 into 2. Technically, you are saying that the work is done in 12 complete days. Work is done in 12 complete days, because it's not n days, it's a n pair of days. I said that, keep that in mind. Represent it as 2, now represent it as n pair of days. That's what you are trying to say here, right? N pair of days, therefore 12 days. Therefore, you are trying to say that, okay, D12, 12th day, B reports to work, because every odd day B reports to work. Every eventh day B reports to work. First day A reports, then B reports, A reports, again B reports. Similarly, day 11 A would have reported, day 12 B has reported. He comes back, put forth his effort of 2 units. Then they realize that the cumulative count is 30 units. Cumulative total work accomplished is 30 units. Now listen here, the important thing is, when you can write it as an equal to sign, when you can put an equal to sign between them, then it does not matter who starts the work. It might not immediately make sense what I'm saying here. So which means here, whether A starts the work or B starts the work, work is completed in 12 days. Your answer remains same. Does not matter who starts the work, whether A starts the work or B starts the work, does not matter. Excuse me. Yeah, whether A starts the work or B starts the work does not matter here. The work would be done in 30 days in this case. The work would be completed in 30 days, all right, in this particular case, right? Yeah, so that's a point here. Whether A starts the work or B starts the work does not matter whenever the sign is equal to. Okay, let's take another case where it is not equal to. Then it becomes much more clearer to you what I'm talking. All right, rather than trying to be vague, let me take an example and brief you about this. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at this example. Let's take a look at this example. Yeah, okay. A can complete the work in 15 days. B can complete the same work in 20 days. How many days would they need to complete the same work? Alright, if they work on alternate days, with A working on the first day, then we'll change the question. We'll change this question: A working on first day to B working on the first day. We can change this as well. A working on first day, we can also change it to B working on the first day as well. We can change it. There is no problem. But let's start with A working on the first day. Similar. Alright, now similar. Let's first decide the work here. Let's decide the work. LCM of 15 and 20. I'll try to write less now. Already LCM of 15 and 20, which is nothing but 60. Alright, that's a work. I'm writing the work directly, friends. I'm writing the work directly. What is it? 60. Because by now you would have got into the group. Therefore, I don't have to write so much, because in the exam also you would have written 60. That's it. You would have looked at these numbers and you would have written that, okay, work is 60. Fair enough. Then you will write what? Efficiency of A. You'll directly write efficiency of A. 60 divided by 15. You do 60 divided by 15. 4. Okay, then you write the efficiency of B. These are the only 3 ingredients. You'll quickly get them within a short span of time, few seconds. You'll write them, isn't it? Yeah. So 60 divided by 20. Therefore, you will say that, okay, efficiency of B is 3. Perfect. All right. Now, this is what you do. Now, these are the ingredients. This is what I was talking from the beginning of the lecture. So I was taking so long to illustrate these 3 points. That's it. This happens in what? Few seconds. Technically, few seconds. Issue of few seconds. These are the 3 numbers you have got in perspective. Now you start with the work. After getting this, that's when your game begins. With these 3 numbers, your game begins. Good. So day 1. So now you are saying that, okay, day 1, A comes to work, A reports to work accomplished 4 units. Day 2, B reports to work, he contributes how much? 3. Already, yeah, again, day 3, A comes to work, contribution 4 units. Day 4, B reports to work, contribution 3 units. Now you know that, okay, there is a cycle here. Already in a pair of days, 7 units. Already if you take a pair of days, it's going to be 7 units. In a pair of days, 7 units, 7, 7, 7, so on. Good. So therefore you will say that, hey, when will the work complete here? Nth day or whatever. That's what you got to figure it out. When is this work is technically getting completed? If A is starting this particular work, because you started work, which means the first day 4 units were done. Second day B reports to work 3 units, again 4 units, again 3 units, so on. Okay, now how do you write this? You will say that, okay, n pair of days. days. Remember, it is not n pair of days. Remember, n has to be a natural number. N has to be a natural number. Never write fraction for n. N has to be a natural number. N pair of days into, that's a pair of days. Hey, what is the work accomplished in a pair of days, friends? The work accomplished in a pair of days is 7. 4 plus 3, that is 7. Good, 7. Should be technically less than or equal to the work to be done. What is the work to be done? 60. Now listen, unlike earlier problem, 7 does not divide 60. All right, now 7 does not divide 60. In other words, 60 is not a multiple of 7. Therefore, what you write here, you will take the inequality and write a number which is a multiple of 7 and less than 60. All right, less than 60. That's how you put the equal to sign here. Therefore, you say that n into 7, write a multiple of 7 which is less than 60, because equal to 60 is not possible, because n has to be a natural number. Natural number. Therefore, n is 7 into n is equal to 60, then n becomes a fraction. But I have to write a natural number for n because n is the number of pairs. All right, the pairs cannot be a fraction. All right, now it's a pair here I'm talking about. Therefore, n into 7, all right, a multiple of this. You got to write somewhere closer to 60, just closer to it. All right, it should be less and it should be closer, because I don't want you to work more than what is necessary. What is the work here? 60. You can't say that, hey, I will stitch 63 shirts. Hey, from where you are getting remaining 3 shirts? 60 only. The task is 60 itself. That's all you got to do in the project. Therefore, what I'll do here, the pairs, I will write a number which is slightly lesser than this particular number, right? Yeah. So therefore, you will write it as 56. 56, a multiple of 7. Get a multiple of 7 in your mind. Lesser than that, which is nothing but 56 is 7 how many times here? Therefore, n is equal to what? 8. All right, 8 what? 8 pair of days. 8 pairs. 8 pairs of days. All right, now double solid, now 8 pairs of days, which means you are saying that how many days here? 16 days. Okay, you are trying to say that, look, at the end of 16 days, 56 units are done. That's a point you are trying to make. Hey, what is the point you are trying to make? You are trying to tell me a point that at the end of 16 days, the 56 units are done, but the work is 60 units, guys. Work is 60 units. So that's what you're writing here. Day 16. You're writing day 16. 16th day. Who reported to the work? B reported to the work. How do you know? Because every eventh day B reports the work, second day B comes, fourth day B comes, like this. The end of the cycle, always B is working. Let B reported to the work. He contributed 3 units, but the cumulative work done is 56 units. Cumulative together. All right, now because cumulative here is 7. Yeah, what is the cumulative here? 14. 14 units are done. Something like that. The cumulative work done is 56 units. Okay, now whose turn it is now? BA's turn. Day 17. Who should report to work? A should report to work. Alright, A would report to work. Hey, what is his contribution per day? 4 units, that's a efficiency. He contributes 4 units. Now he contributes 4 units. What is the cumulative work? 60. Is the work completed? Yes, it's done. Alright, that's a work done. So therefore, what is the answer to this particular question? 17 is the answer to this particular question. Point here is, whenever you are doing alternate days, alright, whatever is that. So if they are not working together, n value that you write, alright, no, couple of days or triplet of days, I'll come to it later, right? That n has to be a natural number. All right, therefore this is the thought you start with. Less than or equal to is the thought that you start with. Then you convert it to an equal to sign. Then you convert it to an equal to sign. All right, by revising the number if necessary. You will revise that 60 to a lower number if necessary. You will not revise it to the higher number. You revise it to a lower number if necessary. Right, now 2 cases. In the earlier cases, there you didn't revise the number 30, you wrote it as 30 itself. You didn't revise it 30, you wrote it as 30 itself. You of course started with the thought of less than or equal to. You started with that thought, but then you realize that equal to is possible. Therefore, whenever equal to is possible, it does not matter whether A starts the work or B starts the work. Now keep this in mind, guys. When A started the work, A started this particular work, your answer is 17 days. When A started the work, your answer is 17 days. The work is done in 17 days. Here you go. 17 days. Now let's take the same proposition. Let's say that, okay, B starts the work. Let's say that B starts the work day 1. Let me just change the question. Hey, what if B start the work? Will the answer be still 17 days? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Day 1. Listen carefully, friends. Day 1. B reports to work. Done 3 units. Day 2. A reports to work. All right, done 4 units. All right, therefore every eventh day B will be able to be reporting to the work. All this will remain same till here you come, till here you reach. Now this parameter remains same. No change in this. No change in this. You do the exact same calculation because they in a pair of days they contribute 7 units. 7 units, same 7 you write, n pair of days should be equal to 60. You do the same calculation, you arrive at the 56 unit at the end of 16 days. Therefore, dot dot dot, you are going saying that day 16 where day 16 who reported to work? A reported to work. Why? Because every eventh day A reports to work. That's what we understood. Every odd day A B will be reporting to work. Why? Because we started off with B, right? Yeah, so therefore you are saying that okay, A reported to the work, or you would have contributed 4 units, but what is the cumulative count, my friends? 56. What is the cumulative count here? It would have been 7. At the end of second day, cumulative count is 7. Likewise, cumulative count is 56. Now whose turn now? Day 17. Day 17, B's turn. B contributes how many units? 3 units. So what is the total work done? 50. Now look at this. Day 17 is over, but the work is not yet done. The work is not yet done. Day 17 is over, but the work complete? Work is not complete. It is only 59 units. One more unit to be done. Therefore, what you will say? 17 full days. 17 full days. 17 full days. But do we need the complete 18th day for A? Of course not, because A can contribute 4 units per day. A can contribute 4 units per day. Therefore, you say that all A comes back to the work, and therefore A comes back to work. Only 1 unit has to be done. 1 unit has to be done. But what is the capacity of A? 4 units. Therefore, how much time does he need? Only 1/4 of the day. All right, now therefore, to do the remaining 1 unit, A requires 1/4 of 18th day. 1/4 of 18th day. Why? Because A can complete 4 units per day. Only 1 unit he has to do. Only 1/4 of the day he requires. Hey, what I will do for the remaining 3/4 of the day? I'll allocate some other work. I will say that A comes back and says that I'm done with my work. Still 3/4 of the working hours or working days left. I'll say that okay, let's complete. Let's start with some other project. But the point here is, what is the answer to this question? Now you are saying that hey, your answer is 17 1/4 days. If B starts the work, your answer will now change to 17 1/4 days. If A would have started the work, your answer is 17 days. Now that's how it changes. If the number does not divide, what does not divide? 7 does not divide 60. Here, my friends, 7 does not divide 60. If 7, that number does not divide 60, then it matters who started the work. Your answer will not be 1. If A start the work, number of days are different. If B start the work, number of days are different. The n value will not change. N does not change. N is the number of pairs of days. After that, the dynamics change. Here, this is the dynamic, right? This is the dynamic. After that 56, this is the dynamism. This is the dynamism. After that 56, this is the dynamism. The dynamics end. The closure will change. The way you are going to close this question would change. I hope everybody is getting the perspective on this, right? You are getting the perspective on this. 2 questions done. I will shift the gear now. All right, every 2 or 3 questions, I will shift the gear. Let's understand the concepts here, variations quickly, and hit the depth quickly here. Okay. Pipes and the tanks, cisterns, nothing but the tanks. Well, the pipes and the cisterns here. There are two types. All right, so far we only talked about the positive nature of the work. A was doing the project, B was doing the project, C was contributing the project. But here, when it comes to the pipes and the tanks, all right, now tank is technically the work done is nothing but ensure that the tank is full. Ensure that the tank is full. Right, but the outlet pipes, what they do? They ensure that the tank is empty. All right, they ensure that the tank is empty. Therefore, empty, drawing out, all right, emptying, all right, drawing out water from the tank is the negative work. I will denote it by a minus sign. Right, inlet pipes, they add water to the tank. They add water to the tank. Therefore, it's a positive work. Now, what I say here, A does the positive work, B does the positive work because they're inlet pipes. They're inlet pipes. A C does what? C does the negative work because it draws out the water, or it draws out the water. Like you put a tank to that particular tank. Therefore, you draw out the water from the tank. Okay, let's see how this variation here. Same concept. I'm just introducing the word negative work, which means there is a minus parameter coming in the picture. Right? There is a minus parameter which is coming in the picture. Here we go, guys. Let's see this. There is a tank filled by an inlet pipe A. All right, A is trying to fill this. All right, how much time it takes? 10 hours to fill this particular tank. And can be emptied. All right, the same tank can be emptied by an outlet pipe B, which is in 12 hours. Solid B can empty it in 12 hours. If the both pipes are kept open, in what time will an empty tank be full? The tank is empty, or a tank is empty. You cleaned it, or a tank was cleaned. It's completely empty now. So, but at the same time, you want water to be used, water for usage, and the tank is all. There is also another pipe which is trying to fill this. All right, the corporation has put the corporation water is coming. All right, it can fill it in 10 hours. All right, that can fill it in 10 hours. At the same time, you decided to use the water. So, but then whatever the amount, the water that you are using can empty this particular tank in 12 hours. Therefore, there are two. There is a one inlet pipe. There is an inlet pipe A. All right, inlet pipe, which is the inlet pipe here, friends. A. A. What is the outlet pipe, which is the B? All right, therefore B is not B does what? Negative work. Okay, let me write completely here. All right, the time duration hours, efficiency, what it is trying to do, and the work. and the work is nothing but how many liters, what is the capacity of the tank in this case. Let me start with the work here. Okay, what is the work is nothing but capacity of the tank, I can call it here in liters or whatever, just an assumption, capacity of the tank. Okay, therefore you will take it as LCM of 10 and 12, which is 60. 10 and 12, which is 60. 60 is what? 60 liters, you can say. Capacity of the tank be 60 liters. It's too less. It's too less. Assume like that. Assume like that for the sake of understanding. Let's assume like that. 60 liters. That's the capacity of the tank. So you say that hey, it requires 10 hours. 10 hours. Hey, what is the efficiency therefore? The efficiency is nothing but work is 60. Work is 60. 10 into something is 60. Therefore, plus 6. This time I will be writing the signs here, plus and minus, because I want to understand that all it now is this filling or is this drawing out. From that perspective, now hereafter I want to know the plus or minus, especially when it comes to the cisterns. You should keep it in mind. Whether you write on the paper or you want to keep it in the mind, that's your choice. But there is a plus sign also. There is a minus sign also. You need to be a little mindful about these signs. Hereafter, you will become conscious about signs. That's my point here. Good. So let's take the next one. 12 hours. 12 hours, or 12 hours, same 60, but it is drawing out, friends. It's drawing out, right? Deliberately plus and minus here. So what is the efficiency here? The efficiency is minus 5. Efficiency is minus 5. Keep these numbers in. See, idea is writing this efficiency. Now don't debate saying that hey, 10 into plus 6 is 60, 12 into minus 5 is minus 60. That's fine. It is emptying. You want to write as plus 60, minus 60 does not really matter to me. What matters here is what is the sensitivity here is a is the inlet pipe or is it an outlet pipe? You need to be mindful about the pipes there. Alright, is the tap is an inlet tap or is it going to act like an outlet tap? Therefore, plus and minus is important to me. It is not about trying to prove that hey, I know math, 10 into plus 6 is 60, 12 into minus 5 is minus 60. That we know. It is trying to draw out. Let's keep that in mind. That's it. It's drawing out. But efficiencies, I need to be mindful about two things. As I said clearly from the beginning, what are the two things I need to be mindful about? Hey, did you decide the work? Did you decide the work? Okay. If you decide the work, did you obtain the right efficiencies? Did you obtain the right efficiencies based upon your work or not? So I am saying that in the pipes and systems, there is a plus and minus sign. Be mindful about which taps are inlet taps, which taps are outlet taps. Just be mindful about that. That's all the point I'm trying to make. Those for the boxes, plus 6 and minus 5. Okay, if they work together, that is A and B work together. A and B work together. You want to write plus or minus does not matter to me. Or sometimes the people write it as A minus B also. That's all right. Why you write A minus B? Trying to say that B is an outlet tap does not matter. Plus or minus. Efficiency matter. What is the combined efficiency? Therefore, 6 minus 5. Net effect is they'll be able to fill only 1 liter per hour. Alright, why? Because one fellow is filling 6 liters per hour, the other fellow is drawing out 5 liters per hour. What is the net effect? Therefore, the net effect is the positive. The net effect is 1 liter is getting filled at the end of 1 hour when both the fellows are operating, when both the fellows A and B are operating. Alright, when both the fellows A and B are operating, how much they should fill? Same 60 liters at the rate of what? 1 liter per hour. At the rate of 1 liter per hour. Therefore, the question is how many hours? Therefore, the question is how many hours it's going to take? 60 hours. Therefore, you are saying that it is going to take 60 hours because 60 into plus 1 is equal to 60. That's a question here. Alright, in what time will an empty tank becomes full? You will say that, okay, man, I require 60 hours for this empty tank to be full if both taps are simply kept on. Alright, both taps are simply kept on. Okay, so here we go. Alright, that's about this question. I hope all of you got introduced to the negative efficiency as well. Right, efficiency can be positive and negative, especially when we talk about the inlet outlet kind of taps. So here we go, another one for you, another one for you, another one for you. Let's do this together, guys. Let's do this another one together. A cistern is filled by an inlet by an inlet tap in 3.5 hours, but due to a leak in the bottom, now this particular tank is a small leak in the bottom. It takes half an hour longer, half an hour longer, for this to be filled. Half an hour longer means how much? 4 hours, because it is technically to be taking 3.5 hours. It is taking half an hour longer means what? 4 hours. Author is trying to say that look, it is now going to take 4 hours. Half an hour longer takes 4 hours. If the cistern is full, how long will it take to leak? How long will it take the leak to empty this particular system? There is a leak there. Leak is trying to outlet, nothing but doing the negative work, or it is trying to draw out the water. So how long will the leak empty it? Which means already you filled this tank completely, and then already now so you left it as it is. So how long will it take to empty this particular tank? That's a question here. Simple. All right. So work. Let's decide the work. Nothing but the capacity of this particular tank. Okay, how do we do the capacity? LCM again. Here, what is the LCM? LCM 3 by 3.5 is what? 7 by 2. LCM of 7 by 2 comma 4 by 1. All right, that's 4 hours here, guys. 4 hours here. So comma 4 by 1. LCM of the fractions. Yeah, what is the LCM of the fractions? LCM of the numerators, that is LCM of 7 and 4, all right, which is 28, divided by HCF of the denominators. I spoke about this while finding the LCM HCF in the numbers 1 2 lectures. So HCF of the denominators 28. Therefore, you are saying that man tank capacity is 28 liters. Tank capacity is 28 liters. Very good. So let's come back now. So let's say that, okay, inlet, all right, there is an inlet pipe and there is a leak. Leak is the outlet. Yeah, what is the inlet trying to do here? All right, hours, 3.5 hours. Yeah, what is the efficiency therefore? So that the tank capacity is 28. 3.5 into something is equal to 28. That's a point you are trying to make here. All right, that's a point you are trying to make here. Okay, 3.8 into what? 8 liters per hour. It is trying, that's a efficiency, guys. That's a efficiency. It's trying to fill 8 liters per hour. Very good. Now, what is the leak trying to do? No idea. What is the inlet and leak trying to do? I have some idea. Inlet and leak can completely, or let's fill this in 8 hours. If both of them are there, 4 hours. They can complete it in 4 hours. Inlet and leak, that's given 4 hours. Inlet and leak together will fill this particular empty tank in 4 hours. Okay. 4 into what? 4 into 7, efficiency 7. What is important to me? This is important. This is a plus 8 here. This is a plus 8. Hey, what is this? This is a plus 7. It is no minus here. Plus 7. Now look at this. Okay. So now look at this. Inlet was contributing 8 liters. Inlet was contributing 8 liters. But the net effect is 7 liter, which means 1 liter is lost in this process. 1 liter is lost in this process because it's the inlet and leak put together. Therefore, what was leak trying to do? Leak was trying to draw out 1 liter per hour. Leak was trying to draw out 1 liter per hour. How much it should empty it? 28 liters. Therefore, how many hours are required here? 28 hours are required here, which means if you just fill this tank and leave it, the leak alone can empty it. All right, leak would definitely empty it in 28 hours. That's the answer here. All right, that's a question author was asking. Leak can empty this in how much time? All right, now 28 hours. Okay, what did I do in these two questions? I introduced a negative work. No big deal. I just introduced some negative work to you right now. So there we go. Let's go further, friends. Let's go further. Let's go further. Okay, your turn. Take a minute and solve this question. Take a minute and solve this question. Your turn. I've already introduced this concept of alternate days. So alternate hours here. But there is a negative number as well. Okay, you might have got the perspective by now. So you would have discovered something out here. Okay, I will tell you. All right, now the approach to this. A system, all right, there is a tank is filled by a pipe A in 4 hours. The full tank can be emptied by another outlet pipe B in 6 hours. All right, A is trying to fill it, B is trying to empty it. If both the pipes are open for 1 hour each on alternate basis, fine. Now, naturally, all right, now you have to open the tank A first, or tap a pipe A first. All right, now at least find the least number of hours. would it require to fill the tank which is initially empty? Naturally, A should be kept on first, because you can't say that so initially it is empty, what is the number of hours in which this tank will be full? That's a question here. Naturally, A should be opened first. You don't need that statement because B will empty. So on an empty tank, what is the point that you open the B first? It's illogical. Therefore, we have to start with A. Firstly, what is the capacity of the tank? That's work. Work is nothing but capacity of the tank in this case. I call it as work, right? Now, what is the capacity? LCM of 6 and 4, 12. LCM of 6 and 4, 12 liters. Let's call it as 12 liters. That's LCM of what? What did I take? 4 and 6. I took the 4 and 6. Okay. Now do what? Now efficiency of A. Efficiency of tap A, friends. Efficiency of A. What is the efficiency of A? 12 divided by 4 plus 3. Why plus 3? Now I said that here in this case plus and minus are important here. I told you about this. Plus and minus are important. Okay, so therefore efficiency of A, it's an inlet pipe, therefore plus 3. Now so B is an outlet pipe, it draws out the water. Now therefore the efficiency of B. What is efficiency of B? 12 divided by 6. 12 divided by 6 minus 2. Be mindful about the signs here. You can keep it in mind also, but you might already, it's good to express it in this, in case of pipes and cisterns, or pipes and tanks. It's good to express that. Plus 3 and minus 2. Good. Keep that in mind. Let's keep this. Now what is happening here? Hour 1, first hour. Let me write it as hour 1. So let me take you through this journey here. Hour 1. So what's happening on the hour 1? Hour 1, pipe A is solid. Pipe A is operating. So it fills 3 liters. Hour 2, pipe B would be operational. It draws out 2 liters. Hour 3, A would be operational, adds 3 liters. Hour 4, B would be operational. That's outlet pipe, draws out 2 liters. Again, you find a pattern very similar to what you did, no big deal. So it followed. Now what is the net? What is the net amount of water that you find in the water at the end of 2 hours? 1 liter. So cycle in each cycle 1 liter gets added because 3 liters are added and 2 liters are removed. Therefore, what is the net resultant? What is the resultant here? The net result is 1 liter is what is get added in every 2 hours. Same here, every 2 hours 1 liters get added. Every 2 hours 1 liter get added. Yeah, but what is the cumulative count? Sure, cumulative count at this stage. Okay, cumulative count, if you want me to write this, how the cumulative count would look. Cumulative count, friends, cumulative count. Cumulative count till here is how much? 3. Yeah, what is the cumulative count till here? 1. Yeah, what is the cumulative count till here? 1 plus 3, which is 4. Yeah, what is the cumulative count from here? 4 minus 2, which is going to be 2. Like this. That's a cumulative count, which means at the end of 2 hours, you will be finding 1 liter there. At the end of 4 hours, you will be finding 2 liters there. No doubt about it. So what the numbers I wrote there, that's a cumulative count. Good. So we got the idea. So cumulative count, we can come to it later. Not a worry. That's not a worry. So what is important to me? Net. Now what is the net amount of water that would be filled in every 2 hours? That's a cycle. Each cycle is 2 hours. Each cycle is 2 hours. So therefore, what you write precisely the way you wrote. Now listen to me carefully. N. What is N? Pair of hours. That's couple of hours. N into. N into. Okay, so what is the net amount of water that is getting filled? 1. N into 1. The amount of water is getting filled is 1. Should be less than or equal to, precisely the way I taught you to write, less than or equal to the capacity 12. Now 12. This is what I taught you writing. This is what I taught you writing. But here there is a small change. Because of negative work, what you should be writing here is, N into net result. What is the net result? 1 liter is getting filled at the end of 2 hours because N is pair of hours. N pair of hours, where N is a natural number, should be less than or equal to, remember this, you should be writing it as 9. Now the point is, why did you write 9? From where you got this particular 9 from? That is how it should be done. Deliberate. You must be writing a number. Listen, all of you listen carefully here. I want you to listen carefully here. Take this 12, take the work. Take the work and subtract the positive efficiency. Take the work and subtract the positive efficiency and write that number. 12 minus 3. Positive efficiency. Subtract, don't add. 12 and subtract the positive efficiency. Call it as 9 and write that number. Otherwise, the chances that you will tell the wrong answer is much, much higher, and it is likely that you are going to tell me the wrong answer otherwise, right? Now, therefore, write it as 9. I hope everybody got this. What I have read those 9. Now, how to get this 9? Look look for the work, what is the total work, what is the amount of liters to be filled, and subtract the positive efficiency. It is a positive number only. Subtract the positive efficiency, not the negative one, whatever the inlet one, right? Subtract the positive efficiency, call that number. What is that number now? 9, right? Equate it to that number. Good. Okay, now the next question is, does this one, next question is, does this one divide this 9? Of course yes. Therefore you are writing it as 9 into 1 is equal to 9. From inequality, less than or equal to, next stage is bringing it equal to 9. Therefore n is equal to 9. Therefore n is equal to 9 implies that how many hours here? 18 hours. So our 18, now listen to me carefully friends, our 18, B would have completed the task. Amount of water filled, our 18, amount of water filled, because all amount of water filled is going to be, all right, now so how much, what does B do? It removes 2, but what is the cumulative count guys? Cumulative count is 9 liters. Cumulative count is 9 liters. Alright, n is equal to 9. Cumulative count is nothing but 9 liters. Why 9 liters? Because that's what you equated, isn't it? What is this number here? 9. What is this number here? 9. That's what you should be writing. Don't get confused. Alright, 9. Okay. Now our 19th hour, who comes to work? A comes to work. 19th hour A comes to work. What does A do? A contributes 3 liters. So 9 plus 3, 12 liters. Job is over. At the end of 19th hour, the job is over. That's the answer. That's why I said that least number of hours required to accomplish this task. Your answer is 12 hours. The job is 19 hours. The job is done. Your answer should have been 19 hours. In 19 hours, the tank will be full. See, look, if you don't do that, if you equate it to this 12, let me show the danger. Let me show this particular danger. You would have got the answer something like this. 9 into 1 is less than or equal to 12. You say that, hey, 12, 1 divides this 12 here. No problem. Therefore, you will say that 9 into 1 is equal to 12. You write it. Therefore, n is equal to 12. N is equal to 12 means how many pairs of days? How many pairs of days? Because n pairs of days, isn't it? Therefore, the number of, n pairs of hours, isn't it? Therefore, number of hours is equal to 12 into 2, which is equal to 24 hours. That's what you tell your answer as. Hey, it is not 24 hours. At the end of 19th hours, the tank is full. Why you want 24 hours there? Now look, all right, now what is happening? All right, if you look at the 20th hour, now listen, tank is already full, 12 liters are there. 20th hour, B comes back. It draws out 2 liters. Cumulative count becomes 10, back to 10. All right, cumulative count back to 10. What you are doing is, it was already full, and you let the tap be open, so therefore it came back to 10. Now look at 21. Let the tank 21, hour 21, A comes back. It adds 3 liters to this, it becomes 13. Hey, how can it be 13? The tank capacity is 12 liter, friends. So now it became 13. Mathematically, you can still get that as 12. There is no problem. Now listen to me. All right, now how it happened, I will come back to you. So it is 13. At the end of 21 hours, it's 13, which means actually it was overflowing. But imaginary number, you are saying that, yeah, 13 liters are full. Tank capacity is 12, but you are saying that it is 13. Good. Hour 22, B comes to work, draws out 2 liters. 13 minus 2 becomes how much, friends? 11. 13 minus 2 becomes 11. Now you are saying that there is 11 liters. So water was actually overflowing. I don't know how you got that 11, but technically, mathematically, you got that 11. So hour 23, A comes back to work, adds 3 liter. Therefore, it becomes 14 liter now. Impossible. There is no 14 liter because the tank capacity is 12 liters. How you are filling 14 liters? Already it's absurdity. After 19th hour, it's all absurdity here. Okay. Then hour 24, B comes back to work, draws out 2 liters, and you will say that, okay, it is back to 12. So this is the answer you are trying to give. You are trying to give me an answer at this level. Hey, hour 24 also you will get that 12. But the point here is, hey, how did it hold 13 liters first of all? All right, now technically the tank was found full at the end of 19th hour. It was already found full. 12 liters were there. 12 liters were already there. Already it was already found full. Alright, and then again you are proceeding simply to tell me the answer that, hey, at the 24th hour also theoretically the capacity or the amount of water you find in the tank is 12. Correct? I know that, but that's not the earliest instance because there is a overflowing. This is absurdity. When you are saying that 13 liters is getting filled, it's an absurdity in the logic. Alright, because the tank capacity is 12 liters. How you are filling 13 liters in a 12 liter tank? It's a magic. Alright, no magic here. Therefore, your earliest answer is going to be 19 hours. In 19 hours, the tank is going to be full. Let me come back here. This is what you learned in the positive work. 12, that's what you learned in the positive work. Now what I'm teaching here is, hey, don't write this 12, write this 9, write this 9. Hey, how I'm writing this particular line? Tank capacity is 12 liter, subtract one number, subtract that one positive number, that is, so what is that number you are talking about? You are saying that the subtract the positive efficiency. All right, 12 subtract the positive efficiency, you get the number as 9. Write the inequality for that 9. So if this 1 divides that 9, write the equality at the next stage, then continue your process. Continue your process. I hope all of you understood. Alternate days, if the negative concept comes, what I should equate the number for. Okay, if you got that point, quickly equate it here, guys. Similar question, equate it, quickly equate it. Equate it, my friends, quickly equate it. Quick. Equate this, 30 seconds. Equate it, quickly equate it. Yeah, you have got this, right? Yeah, okay. So therefore, the capacity of the tank, nothing but work. Start there. Capacity of the tank, start at the capacity. What's the work? Already LCM of 15 here, and there is a 20 here. Capacity of the tank is 60, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So, okay, efficiency of A is filling it. A is filling it. Okay, what is the efficiency of A? Okay, what is the efficiency of A? 60 divided by 15, 4 plus 4. Okay, what is the efficiency of B, which means what B is trying to do? Call it outlet, therefore minus 3, that is 60 divided by 20. Here, this 20, 60 divided by 20. I already taught you what to get there. Okay, done. So therefore, go to the cycle, friends. First hour 1, A comes to work. A comes to, because B cannot come to the work because the tank is initially empty. There is no point that you open the tap B, no water comes out, right? Therefore, A has to come. All right, therefore, A comes to work, contributes 4 to the system. 4 to the system. Hour 2, B comes to work, draws out 3 from the system. All right, now hour 3, A comes. All right, contributes 4 to the system. Hour 4, B comes. All right, now B is open. So therefore, all right, now so contribution, all right, minus 3. All right, now draws out minus 3. So again, pairs. You don't have to write so much. This pair of days is good enough, which you could have realized right from here. So in a pair of days, what amount of work gets done? You could say that, okay, plus 1. That's a pair of hours. Pair of hours, what is the work done, guys? Plus 1. Good. So therefore, how do you write this? We'll say that n pair of hours. Right, n is nothing but the pair of hours, n pair of hours, and n is a natural number. N pair of hours into plus 1 is a contribution to the system. Plus 1 should be less than or equal to 56. Should be less than or equal to 56. That's a number you are supposed to be writing. So you would have understood why I'm writing 56 here, isn't it? So because you will say that the work is 60, subtract this plus 4 out of this and write the number as 56. That's important there. Let's write the number as 56. Don't write 60, write 56. That's important. Okay, does 1 divide this 56? Of course, yes. Therefore, you are saying that n into 1 is equal to 56. Always it's an inequality in your mind first, and then equality, because sometimes this number 1 need not divide. All right, now the one of those numbers may not divide. We'll go to such questions at a later stage. It might not divide. Therefore, 156. Therefore, you are saying that n is equal to 56 pairs of hours. Pairs. It's not 56 hours, pairs of hours. All right, therefore, you will say that, hey, how many hours are elapsed, therefore? How many hours are done? So how many hours are done by the time you fill 56 liters? What is this 56 liters? Because the tank capacity is 60 liters, but you filled 56 liters. By the time you filled 56 liters, 56 pairs of hours are done. What is 56 pairs of hours? 112 hours. You are trying to say that, man, 112 hours are over. Good. So dot, 112 hours are done. At the end of 112 hours, we would have come to the work, drawn out minus 3, but the amount of water that is filled is 56. 56 liters are filled. Okay, hour 113. Who comes to work 113? The tap A is kept open. Tap A is kept open. It fills 4 liters. Thereby, it becomes 60 liters. All right, 60 liters, which is the required capacity. That's my answer. Therefore, what is my answer here? 113 hours. When will this be filled for 113th hour? 113 hours is my answer to this particular question. The tank will be found full at the end of 113th hour at this alternate rate of work. Okay, great. All of you got this point. My point is how to write this 56 as the number. That's important. Once you understood writing this 56, alternate concept with the negative work is taken care. Negative work is taken care. Let's shift the concept again. Let's shift the concept again. One or two questions. Then I'm hitting the depth with the variations here. Let's see here. Every two questions, let's keep shifting. All right, guys, we're into the last 30 minutes of the lecture. Last 30 minutes, push yourself, last 30 minutes. And we're into, again, naturally, all right, after one or two examples, we are getting into the very exciting part of our journey. All right, exciting part of your journey. Okay, this is one of the favorites for the high schoolers. All right, those who are in the high school, you know that, okay, input and output are directly proportional. Basically, man days or man hours is what we call it as. That's a unit of work for that matter. All right, that's what you would have learned from the high school. Hey, what is this man days or man hours? Technically, these are nothing but the units of work. If you say that, hey, this is one of the unit of work. Alright, this is one of the unit of work. Man days, man hours, machine hours. The billing happens like that, isn't it? If the machine is used for 10 hours, so you will charge it for 10 hours. Alright, per hour of machine, this is what you charge to your client someday, something like that. So if you're working in the industry, how do you charge your client for that particular resource person? You will say that per hour of working of this particular person, this is the charges. Alright, therefore, already it's what? Man hours or man days or machine hours or machine days. That's how the billing is technically done, isn't it? So therefore, input, so that's a work there. That's a work. Output is nothing but the work. It depends on what? It depends on the input. Input is directly proportional to the work. Hey, what are the parameters that will get into the input? How many people are working on that project? How many days they are working on the project? How many hours per day they are working on that particular project? Sometimes what is the efficiency of the individuals that are working in the project? That's a work here. All right, that's a work. Work depends on all these parameters. Simply, work is directly proportional to each of these parameters. What is the parameters? How many people are working? How many days they are working? So because how many days they are working, that's output depends on all of this. How many days they are working, how many hours per day they are working, right? What is the efficiency with which they are working? All these will contribute to the output. All these would contribute to the output. So technically what happens in the question is there will be two types of work which has to be done. All right, no, two types of relations of the work which has to be done. So and then it will be done by different number of people working different number of days, working different number of hours. All right, now this is another type of question. All right, now I know already now you are familiar to this. See, as long as you understood this, the point is done. So work output depends upon the number of people, output depends on number of days, number of hours they are working per day, efficiency with which they are working every day or every hour. All right, now all these matters, right? Now all these put together defines the output. That's it, guys. All these are directly proportional to output. There is nothing which is inversely proportional to output. So as long as you understood this, the task is over. The task is over. Here we go with the example. I guess you ought to have understood this. Let's go with an example. Simple high school concept. Two examples, then I'll hit the depth. Let's go to the variations there. Okay, here we go. 30 men working 7 hours a day can do your work in 18 days. In how many days will 21 men working 9 hours a day will do the same work? Simple. So what is my work one? Define my work one. Let me define my first work. First work. How is my first work is related? 30 men. So this is done by 30. All right, now, so these are the parameters. 30 men. I'm writing it here. These are the men. 30 men. 7 hours working 7 hours per day. Good number of hours. 7 hours per day. So how many days? 18 days. They are able to accomplish this particular work. They are able to accomplish. Work is directly proportional to. They are able to accomplish this work. In how many days? Therefore, second one, 21 men. Okay, number of men are 21. How many hours they are working per day? Now this industry wants them to work 9 hours per day. Will do the same work. Same work means the same work. So now he is saying that if will you be able to tell me number of days? Assume that X number of days. So therefore they are proportional. Therefore this by this will be equal to this constant there. K will be a constant. K gets cancelled both in the numerator and denominator. So therefore all it because W1 is equal to K times of. That's what you are supposed to be writing. But W1 all it proportional. Therefore this by this. So W1 W are cancelled. Let these two gets cancelled. You will get the value of X from here. Therefore X is equal to 30 into 7 into 18 divided by 21 into 9. Well, because this is all 1 times each. Well, this is a simple calculation that you do here. Well, this is 7 3 times. Well, this is 3 10 times. Well, this is 9 2 times. Therefore, you are saying that X is equal to 20 men. 20 men should be working on this. Sorry, 20 days. Well, X is number of days. Therefore, 20 days, the desired number of people should work on this particular project. Simple question. Very, very simple, straightforward question. Very, very simple and straightforward question. We'll do one more here. Let's quickly do one more here on the similar concept. Okay, here I'm bringing the multiple efficiencies, multiple people working. Now listen to me. A lot of people get confused in these kind of questions. All right, push yourself, friends, push yourself. A lot of people kind of get confused in this kind of concept. All right, let me illustrate this. What is this concept here? 2 men and 7 boys can do a piece of work in 40 to 14 days. Now see, how do you write this? Let the capacity of each man be m. M is not the number of men. M is not the number of men. Efficiency of man. Let the efficiency of each man. Let the efficiency of each man be m. All right, m. Let the efficiency of each boy. Let the efficiency of each boy be b. Let the efficiency of each boy be b. Similarly, let the efficiency of each boy be b. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's the efficiency, guys. It's not the number. Number already given to me. Number, there is no problem. Okay, therefore, now look at this. What is the work here, friends? What is the work? Work is equal to, or work is equal to, what is the work here? Work is 2 men. So which means every day the men are contributing m units per day. 2 men are contributing 2m units. Okay, plus 7 boys here, 7 boys. Let the efficiency of each boy be b. Therefore 7 boys. Now how much, what is the work contribution? What's the efficiency of each boy? B. Each boy can contribute b units per day. So therefore 7b. All right, now 7b. How many days they're working? This is what the efficiency, what this is output per day, because each man can contribute m units per day. There are 2 men, therefore 2m units are contributed. Each boy can contribute b units per day. 7b units are contributed per day. But how many days they are working? 14 days. This is the work. This is the work. Very similar proportion I was writing, because I know there is a k there. Don't bother, write it equal to, because anyway that k is getting cancelled. Therefore I can write it w is equal to this. Okay, second proposition, 3 men. So here, so same work. I'll let 3 men. I'll let 3 men. So solid now 3 men and 8 boy can do it in 11 days. Same work. Call it now 3 men. That is 3m. M is not the number of men. Efficiency of each man. 8 boys. All right, 8b. All right, what is that? B is the efficiency of each boy. They can do this in how many days, my friends? 11 days. They can do it in how many days? 11 days. Okay, what is the question therefore? Question therefore is 8 men and 6 boys can do 3 times of the work in how many days? How many days they can do this? Number of days. How many days? But the work is how much? 3 times of w. Whatever was the w there, you find the w. So whatever the w that you find, I want to write 3 times of w. That is the simple question that author is asking. Write it as 3 times of w1. We are done with this particular job. Good. Okay, first let's go here. Let's go here. Both are equal here. Both are proportional as well as equal, right? Proportional as well as equal. Equate them. Equate them, which means you can say that 2m plus 7b times of 14 is also equal to 3m plus 8b times of 11. What did I do? Because work is same then, w and w, both the works are same. Either you can divide them and write it as a ratio, or you can equate both are same. Both are same. It's just another way of mathematical expression. Good. So therefore what you are writing here, 28m plus 98b is equal to 33m plus 88b. Okay, group them together, all boys on one side, the girls on the men on the other side. You would say that 10b is also equal to 5m. In other words, m is equal to 2 times of b. Right, m is equal to 2 times of b, or nothing but m by b is nothing but 2 by 1. If men can contribute 2 units per day, if I write it as, if men can contribute 2 units per day, the boys can contribute 1 unit per day. If the men can contribute 2 units per day, the boys can contribute 1 unit per day. That's the efficiency. It's the efficiency of the ratio. Efficiency. Okay. So can I get the work from here? Of course, you can get the work from here. From here, you can define the work. You can define the work from here. You can substitute in this. Put m is equal to 2, b is equal to 1. You get the work, my friend. You will get the work from here. Or you will be able to get the work from there, or you will be able to get the work. Let me get the work from here. Let's come back. Let me first get the work from here. Therefore w is equal to 2 times of, what is the capacity of each man? 2. Alright, therefore 2 into 2 plus 7 times of, what is the capacity of each boy? 1 unit into 1. So into how much? 40. Into how much? 40. Therefore w is equal to 4 plus 7, that is nothing but 11 into 40. Right, 11 into 14, which is nothing but 154. That's a value of w. Right, w is nothing, work is nothing but 154. Write it here, guys. Come back and write it here. Write it here. 8 into, what is the capacity of each man? 2 units. All right, what is the capacity of each man? 2 units efficiency. 6 into, what is the capacity of each boy? 1 unit. How many days? That's what I'm trying to find. 3 into, what is the amount of work here, friends? 150. What is the work here? 154. Hey, why 54? Because we found the work. 3 times of the work, therefore 3 times of 154. That's what you are trying to write there. Good. So therefore, what is that you are trying to take? 8 2 times 16 plus 6, which is 24. 24 times of B is equal to 3 into 154. Right. So therefore 3 1 time, 3 8 time. Therefore number of days required is 154 divided by 8. Number of days required is nothing but 154 divided by 8. We can simplify this. That's not a problem. That's a number of days which is required. We can simplify based on how the answer option is given. We can simplify and we can do this particular. We can answer this particular question. Pretty simple one. I hope all of you got the perspective on this, because that's very important to me. Getting that perspective is very important to me. How to go about this. So what was this question about? This is very similar to the earlier questions that we are doing here. Just assume the efficiencies. If the efficiencies cannot be found out here, assume the efficiencies of the men and the boy, and then continue with that. You know how to define the work, define the work, and then solve. Once you define the work, solve. All of this is what you solved here. Or define the work, you solve. Once you solve, what you get, the ratio of their efficiencies. Once you get the ratio of their efficiencies, it is back to the same game. See, what did we start here in this question? We started with the variable efficiencies, because we didn't know what were the efficiencies. All right, we didn't know about that. So once you know the efficiencies, proceed. All right, now once you know the efficiencies, the ball game is pretty simple. All right, it's obvious after that. All right, we learned how to do this. So idea is here what? All right, the idea of this question is what? It is little time taking to find the efficiencies. That's how you find the questions at the next level. All right, efficiency cannot come out so easily for you. You have to think a little bit. Already you have to work it out a little bit before you get the efficiencies. Once you get the efficiencies, rest is a cakewalk. Here we go, another question. You see the domination of R in this question. You'll find the domination of R's here. Let's take a look. 20 men. Let's do it together, guys. All right, 20 men. Let's say efficiency of each man is m. Look, everybody is doing this work in 12 days. Therefore, all right, now work can be defined like this. If you want to define the work, it can be defined like this. 20 people, efficiency is m units per day. All right, 20 people. All right, 20 men, efficiency m units per each man. All right, for each man, m units per day for each man. So how many days? 12 days. That's a work. A same work can also be defined as, you can define the same work. All right, same work. 24. What is the efficiency of each woman? W. Efficiency of each woman. How many days? 12 days. Okay. Then again, the work can be defined as W. So how many? 40 boys. Work is done by 40 boys. So done by 40 boys. What is the efficiency of each boy? Let us call it as B. So how many days? 12 days. Anyway, everybody is doing this work in 12 days only. Days are fixed. Author is saying that, look, days are fixed, but the number of manpower has to change. If it is a men, I want to appoint 20. If it is a women, it should be 24. If it is boys, it is 40. Therefore, I can directly relate 20 men. Therefore, what you are trying to say, capacity. Now, therefore, the efficiency of the group of 20 men is same as 24 women, which is also same as 40 boys. Hey, therefore, what is M is to W is to B. W is to be inverse ratios, inverse numbers. Write this as 1 by 20. A, from where I am writing this 1 by 20, this is 20. 20 into 1 by 20 is equal to K. 24 into 1 by 24. W is 1 by 24. Boys is 1 by 21 by 40. Why? Because the number of people and the efficiency are inversely proportional. Okay, you didn't understand what I wrote immediately here. Please refer to my ratios chapter. Please refer to the ratios chapter there. Please go to the ratios chapter. I taught you certain skills. This is one of the skills that I taught. Okay, then what you do? LCM of the denominators, friends. What is the LCM of the denominators? 120. Therefore, multiply throughout by 120. Please refer to my LCM chapter if you are not getting what I'm trying to do here. Click on the LCM chapter, one of the very important foundational chapters. You can't say that I'm not able to understand these kind of things. Please refer to that. Please refer to that chapter. Great. All right, refer to that lecture. Which is there on the YouTube. Okay. So 120. All right. Now, so therefore you multiply throughout by 120 because I don't want to see the fractions. Therefore, 6 is to men can, if the efficiency of man is 6 units per day. All right, 6 units per day. So 120 by 124, which is 5, and this becomes how much? 43 times. 6 is to 5 is to 3, which means for every 6 units of work done by men, women will be able to do 5 units per day, and the boys will be able to do 3 units per day. Okay, let me define the work. Therefore, guys, let me define the work. Let me take the first one to define the work. Work can be defined from any parameter. There's absolutely no worry. Hey, what is the work? Therefore, work is equal to 20 into 6. All right, why 6? Because I took men here, right? Men here. Okay, what is the value for the men? 6. Therefore, 20 into 6 into 12. Good. Okay. So now look up to the question now. Now come to the question. We are ready with the work. Efficiencies are ready. See, the whole idea of this question was what? Man, all right, now I was not ready with the efficiencies. It took a while to write the efficiencies. It doesn't take much time. It hardly took any time. This is all the starting point. In the exam, this is the starting point. You will not write all this drama. All right, now you will not do all of this. You will come to that work later. So all you do is what? This is the starting point. in 2 lines, you will get this place, you will get to this place. Then you define the work call it either you can define using the men, you can define using the women, you can define using the boys. Choice is yours. All numbers are here, men number are here, women number is here, the boy number is here. Use one of them and define the work is defined. Now the question is, how many men working with 6 women? So how many men? X men, let us take it as X men. Let's come to this folder, underlined one. How many men? X men, let us take X number of men. What is the efficiency of each man? 6. Efficiency of each man 6 plus working with, which means plus 6 women. Okay, 6 into 6 is the number. 6, what is the efficiency, guys? 5. 6 into 5. All right, that's a contribution of women per day. 2 boys, that is 2 is the quantity. What is the efficiency of each boy? 3 units. 3 units. Good. So now this is the combined efficiency of the unit, combined efficiency of that battalion, that group. All right, combined efficiency. Do a job twice as big. All right, now the twice as big, working for 12 hours a day for 16 days. Okay, now they are working 12 hours per day. Yeah, what is this? All of this efficiency. Efficiency, how many hours they are working per day? 12 hours they are working. How many days they are working? 16 days. This should be equal to what? The 3 times of the work. All right, now doing the twice the job, 2 times of the job. All right, 2 times of the job. A 2 times of the job means this should be equal to 2 into, what is the work here, friends? 20 into 6 into 12. Let me write it here below. Is also equal to 20 into 6 into 12. That is the work. What is this? That's a work, underlined. 20 into 6 into 1. But the work is how much? They are expecting that the job is twice. Here, circled. Twice the job. Twice. That's it. All right, now simple one. So let me rewrite this once again. 6x plus 36. This bracket here, I'm underlining this bracket. Solve it. All right, that is 30 plus 6, 36 into 12 into 16 is also equal to 20 into 6 into 12 into 2. All right, let's solve this quickly. Let's solve this. So therefore this 12 gets cut off with this 12. All right, 12 gets cut off with this. Therefore this is 2 1 time and this is 2 8 times. All right, 2 1 time and this is 2 8 times here. Right, yeah, and then you can also work on the, all right, now therefore 6x plus 36 is also equal to 20 into 6 divided by 8. Complete cancellation is possible out here. All right, complete cancellation. So that is, this is 3 times, this is 4 times. All right, this is the 4 times, then 4, 5 times. Okay, so that has become 15. I guess somewhere everything is fine. We should have taken the number a little better. Otherwise, it's turning out to be a negative number. Right, it's turning out to be a negative number. Okay, instead of twice here, we'll make the job 4 times. Right, instead of twice here, make the job 4 times. Nothing, I'm just changing it for the ease of calculation. Otherwise, we are getting a negative value. We can't hit a negative value. Therefore, I'm changing it here. For the ease of calculation, I'm writing a better number there. Right, 20. Yeah, okay. So let me change it to 4. For the ease of calculation, let me change it to 4 here. Let me change it to 4. I will rewrite this. All right, yeah. So let's rewrite this. I just made it 4 times. Instead of twice, I made it 4 times for the sake of calculation there. For the sake of calculation. Hang on. Why did I write 16 first of all? 8 hours a day. They are working 8 hours a day. Therefore, this twice should be fine. I somehow wrote it 16 there. For no reason, I wrote 16. 16 is for the next one. 16 is for the next one. Let 16 is for the next one. I made a mistake. Hang on, guys. Hang on. So work, I made a mistake. I did not complete the work. Complete the work. Sorry to create that confusion. Listen to me. Work is nothing but, let now work in each case the work is also nothing but into 8. I'm adding here into 8 because these folks are working 8 hours per day. Into 8, that completes the work here. Therefore, coming back to the work is equal to 20 men. What is the efficiency of each man? 6. Efficiency of each man is 6. Efficiency of each man is 6. All right, and then efficiency of each man is 6. Then how many days they are working? 12 days they are working here. This 12 into how many hours per day they are working? 8. How many hours per day they are working? 8. I got to write those numbers in perspective, right? I got to write those numbers in perspective. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there. Excuse me. excuse. Yeah, that's a work there. Now let me come back and write this proposition. Write this, how many men working with 6 women. So let's say that X men, work X men. What is the capacity of each man? 6 here. Therefore into 6 plus working with 6 women, that is 6. All right, what is the capacity of each woman? That is 5. 6 into 5 plus 2 boys. What is the capacity of each boy? 3 units. That is 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now this is the contribution on a given day. Good. So to do a job twice as big, I'll come to the job twice as big. How they're accomplishing this, guys? They're working 12 hours per day. How long they're working? 16 days. 16 days is equal to twice the job. This is the work here, but the work should be 2 times of the work. What is the work? Continue this. Work is nothing but 20 into 6 into 12 into 8. 12 into 8. Let's cancel them. This 12 gets cancelled with this 12, and the 16 gets cancelled with 2 into 8. Okay, yeah, therefore you are saying that 6x plus 36 is also equal to 20 into 6. All right, that is nothing but 120. Right, 120. Therefore 6x is equal to, from here, 6x is equal to, so solving is simpler from here, 120 minus 36, 120 minus 36, which is nothing but 84. Therefore you get the value of x is equal to, value of x is nothing but 40. X is nothing but 14, right? Now, so therefore you are saying that how many men are required here? 14 men are required. 14 men are required. He is saying that how many men are required? Your answer is 14 men are required. 14 men are required to accomplish this particular task. Okay, so it's almost the time. It is almost the time for our lecture, but nevertheless, let's go a little deeper. Let's understand a little deeper. We'll spend another 10-15 minutes here. So let's not wind up so early. Let's take another 10-15 minutes and let's do these questions. Let's do some of these questions. Here we go, guys. There is a question in front of you. I'll give a minute for you to read and understand and push your pencils. That's all right. We'll take another 10 extra minutes and conclude. Let's take 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Let's do some of the nice and beautiful cat questions. Right? Okay. So there are two types of pipes attached. Two types of pipes are attached. All right. There are two. Together there are 12. Together there are 12. Out of 12, some of them are fill pipes, some of them are drain pipes. The question is what? How many pipes are drain pipes? Let me put it like this. Out of 12 pipes, there are fill pipes and there are drain pipes. Let me call the number of drain pipes as x, and that's what I need to find out, because that's a question here. Find how many pipes are drain pipes. That's a question here. How many pipes are drain pipes? X. I'll let x. And therefore, how many of them are the fill pipes? 12 minus x. How many pipes are fill pipes? 12 minus x. I don't have to write one more variable. Why? Because together there are 12 pipes. Out of 12 pipes, there are fill pipes and drain pipes. If x of them are the drain pipes, then the remaining 12 minus x are nothing but the fill pipes. All right, now that's one. All right, each fill pipe takes 12 hours. Each drain pipe takes 24 hours to drain the tank. Each one of them. If it means if you just add on only one fill pipe, it takes 12 hours. If you just on only one drain pipe, it will take 24 hours. Therefore, I will write the work here first. Let me find the capacity of the tank. Work is nothing but what? LCM of 12 and 24. Therefore, I will take it as 24 liters. Therefore, efficiency of each fill pipe, not all, efficiency of each fill pipe. Efficiency of each fill pipe, already each fill pipe is nothing but plus 2. Why plus 2? 24 divided by 2. Okay. What is the efficiency of each drain pipe? Minus 1. Minus 1. Efficiency of each type of pipe? 24 divided by 24. Drain pipe. Therefore, it is a minus 1. Efficiency of each drain pipe is minus 1. Now, look what has happened. If all pipes are kept open, the tank was empty. Tank finally became empty in 2 hours. 2 hours. For the tank which was empty, or a tank which was empty, it take 2 hours for the tank to overflow. In the sense, it got filled in 2 hours. When all of them were kept, when all of them were kept open, which means all the 12 taps were kept open, the tank was filled in 2 hours time. Good. All right, now let's go here. All right, let's check. All right, let's understand this in 2 hours. So therefore, all right, now, so what will be the total work that will be done in 2 hours? 24 liters will get filled. Sorry, 24 liters will get filled. How, guys? Write the equation, friends. Write the equation. Efficiency of each fill pipe is 2 liters. But how many fill pipes I have? 12 minus x. Therefore, how many liters will get filled? Like this, 12 minus x. That is the quantity. What is the efficiency? Plus 2. They fill 2 liters per hour. Good. 2 liters per hour. Per hour they fill 2 liters. Okay. And then all right, for 2 liters per hour. Plus. Hey, how many drain pipes I have? X. How many drain pipes I have? X. So each one of them drain out, all right, now how many liters per hour? Minus 1. Good. So how long this efficiency is in use? For 2 hours. 2 hours into 2, because this is the combined efficiency, this is the net effect. So how long it is in use? 2 hours is equal to what? Is equal to 24 liters. Because the tank is full. In 2 hours the tank is full. Hey, what is this? This is the efficiency. What is this? Time. Efficiency into time is equal to what? Work done. Work done. That is the capacity. This is what precisely I was doing in the beginning of the class, but I was doing with A, B, C kind of fellows, and the numbers were nice. Now here what is happening? Some variables are coming in the picture. That's it. Simple. It's exactly the same thing. Number of hours into efficiency is equal to the work. That's what precisely I was writing right from the beginning. I wasn't writing anything different. So okay, let's solve this therefore. 24 minus 2x minus x is also equal to 12. That is 2/12 hours. Well, it is also equal to how much? 12. Okay, therefore what is that you are trying to say? 3x is equal to 12. Simplify. 3x is equal to 12. Therefore x is equal to 4. That's a required answer. You are trying to say that, hey, there are 4 drain pipes and there are 8 fill pipes. Therefore this tank was getting filled in about 2 hours time. There were 4 fill pipes and there were 8 fill pipes and 4 drain pipes. Required answer 4. Required answer is 4. 4 is the answer. Alright, how many drain pipes were there? Answer is 4. Answer is 4. Alright, simple one. This is what precisely we were doing. Typical application questions in the exam. I guess you're appreciating and learning that. Let's go to the next one, friends. Let's go to the next one. Look at this beautiful cat question. One of the very beautiful questions here. Take a look at this. Take a minute. Take a minute. We'll do 4 or 5 questions. You will appreciate. Pretty beautiful ones. Okay, so there is hardly, alright, now there are some numbers here. There is a 2, A worked for 2 hours, alright, now A worked for 2 hours. It is a little confusing, alright, now that's a variation here. 2 hours, 5 hours, and then they work for another 3 hours. The point is, all this is not the data for the full job, right? Now it is for the half job, something like that. So the best number is what? This 1/20. Best number. Let the work be, because all it is still 1/20th of the job is left. So 1/20th of the job. So why don't you take the job as 20 units then? Then calculating 1/20th of the job is very easy. 1/20th of the job, 1/20th of 20 units is 1 unit. Still 1 unit is left. Its life is easier. So which means at least take a number which is a multiple of this 20. Whatever you want. You want to take 20, 40, 60, does not matter to me. Take anything which is a multiple of 20. Therefore, I will say that work is equal to 20 units. You need to be a little smart. All right, work is equal to 20 units. Because the number has to be divisible by 20. 1/20th of the job author is said. Therefore, take work is equal to 20 units. Let's take work is equal to 20 units there, because of this virtue of this 1/20. Let the work be 20 units. And therefore, what is half the job? Half the job is simple. Half the job is 10 units. Half the job is 10 units. All right, now you also looked at that 1/2 factor there. So therefore, half the job is nothing but how much? 10 units. You are saying that half the job means 10 units. 10 units. Now listen to this question, guys. How is that we are trying to do? What is the efficiency of A? Let us say efficiency of A is equal to A x units. A, what is the efficiency of B? Let the efficiency of B be equal to Y units. See, that's what I said in the beginning. So look, all these numbers will not be given. I'll just like the way we did before. So it will be little critical. That's what you were noticing in the last 30 minutes. Hey, getting the efficiencies is not happening all at immediately. Correct. That's how some of the exam questions will be at the level 2. You will not get those efficiencies. You should be smart. You should be working little smartly to get around these particular efficiency. Fine. Okay, we got the work here. Let the efficiency of A be X units, efficiency of B be Y units. Good. So what happened here? A worked for 2 hours. A worked for 2 hours. What is the task accomplished? Therefore, 2x. A worked for 2 hours means how many units he delivered? 2x units he delivered. 2x units he delivered. Good. Okay. So B worked for how many hours? 5 hours. Alright. B worked for 5 hours means how many units he delivered? He delivers y units per hour. So he delivers 5x units. Together equal to how much? 10 units. Why? Half job is done. Half job means how many units? 10 units. Why? Full job means 20 units for you. Therefore, half job means 10 units. That's a point you are trying to write. 2x plus 5y is equal to 10. All right, now A worked for 2 hours and the efficiency is x units per hour. So therefore 2x. The efficiency of y is y units per hour. Therefore 5y because he worked for 5 hours. Therefore 5y is equal to 10. That's the first point. Okay, next what happened? 3 hours they worked together. They together worked for 3 hours. Therefore 3x. All right, now what is the contribution of A? 3x. Yeah, what is the contribution of B? 3y. Because each hour he is contributing y is equal to how much? 9. Now the point is, how did you write this 9? Look, at the end of this, after doing all this drama, they're left with 1 by 20th of the job. That's what author is saying. 1 by 20th of the job is still left. That's what the question says. 1 by 20th of the job is still left. Hey, what do you mean by 1 by 20th of the job? 1 by 20 times of 20. All right, which is nothing but 1 unit. If 1 unit is still left, which means 19 units are done. This 19 units. If 1 unit is still left, then 19 units are done. 10 units were already done. Half the job was over. Therefore, another 9 units were done. That was the critical point. Now, it's just two simple equation, friends. Solve. Two simple equation. The moment I solve, I'll get the values of x and y, and then I can close this particular question. All right, solve this. Okay, nevertheless, let us solve this particular question. All right, now let me multiply the first equation by 2 and second equation by 3. Therefore, x gets cancelled completely. 15 minus 6, therefore 9y. 9y is also equal to 30 minus 18, all right, which becomes 12. Therefore, y is equal to 4 by 3. So therefore, y is equal to 4 by 3. Good. Okay, you may wonder that why did you calculate y? Because that's what is required here. All right, now how much time does B take to complete the job? Therefore, I was interested in y. I was not interested in x. I got rid of x. So I got y here. Y is equal to 4 by 3. Complete the job. What is the job, friend? 20 units. What is the job? 20 units. So what is that? Number of hours. All right, number of hours into efficiency of B should be equal to the work. What is the work? 20 units. What is the number of hours? That's what you are trying to find out. What is the efficiency? 4 by 3. Good. Therefore, you got the number of hours. Number of hours taken. Let's say that the number of hours is h. Therefore, h is equal to 20 into 3 by 4. Alright, you got your answer. So, which is nothing but 15 hours. Alright, that's the answer here. 15 hours. B requires 15 hours to accomplish this particular task. Similarly, you can find for A as well. To find for A, you just need the value of x. Once you get the value of x, you can find for A as well. I hope you are getting this particular point. You got to smartly decide the work. It's very important. Alright, it's not that every time you work with the unitary method. These methods are pretty easier and important. They're smartly decide the work. Once you decide the work hereafter, alright, now generally when you go to the level 2s, more often than not, the efficiencies will not be given directly to you. Alright, you got to take a little bit of pain to find those efficiencies. It will not be very direct and obvious. They will be level 1s. If it is very direct and obvious, it's a level 1. So if it is not obvious, that's what you are finding in the last couple of 4-5 questions. If you go back, roll back and check last 4-5 questions, you find that they were not obvious there. You got to take a little bit of pain to understand them. Right now, once you get the efficiency, rest is a cakewalk. All right, rest is a cakewalk. Here we go. The next one. I guess you are getting my point. I guess you guys are getting my point. Here we go. Take a minute, quickly read through this. Okay, yeah, smartly decide the work again you will say that A and B work together. They complete the job in 7.5 days. Alright, they complete the job in, alright, it's given that they complete the job in 7.5 days. Take a multiple of 7.5. Take a multiple of 7.5. So the 20 may not really matter here because already the half the job is done by A alone, the remaining half the job is done by B alone. Therefore, they're able to do in 20 days. We'll come to that later. We'll come to that later. It can be something like this. Hey, what is this 20 doing here? Let me write the 20 for you first. So what is happening on these 20 days? So out of these 20 days, A worked on few days and B worked on few days. Alright, A worked on few days and B worked on few days. Assume that A worked for X days. A worked for X days, and that is what I need to find out. Days, number of days. A worked for X days, then B worked for X days. Then A worked for how many days? 20 minus X days. B work for 20 minus X days. Alright, this is what you are going to say here. Okay, similarly for efficiencies, you can say that let the efficiency of A be A units and the efficiency of B be B units. That also can be done. There is absolutely no worry. Can I do that? Yes, you can do that. But alright, now, so first assume the work, then we will write the efficiency based on the 7.5. Let me assume work is equal to a multiple of 7.5. 7.5 is not a great number. Can I say that work is equal to 7.5 only? Yes, you can say. Alright, because A and B together complete 1 unit per day. It's fine, but 7.5 is not a great number. Alright, now to write it in the further sense. So alright, now, so can I say 15? Don't write 15, write 30. Alright, 7.5, write 30. You may wonder, hey, why write 30? Getting the half is easier, half the job. So half of 30 becomes 15. Half of 30 becomes 15. Therefore, A is doing 15 units. At the end of this, A is doing 15 units. And B is also doing 15 units. It's easy to write. Therefore, let it be a multiple of 7.5. Let it be a multiple of 7.5. And dividing by 2 also should be easier. 7.5, what comes to your mind first? 15. But 15 divided by 2, all at half the job is done by A and half job is done by B. Then you'll be writing 15 divided all at 15 by 2, 7.5. Not a great number. So why don't you assume it as 30? It's anyway, work is an assumption. Assume some nice number there. Already you are working it as 30 there. 15 units and 15 units. I hope all of you understood how to start this problem. That's very important there. Right? So it's not that, okay, all these are out of the box ideas. Absolutely not. I'm saying that stretch your imagination a little bit. Stretch your understanding to realize them. Okay. So therefore A is doing 15 units and B is doing 15 units. That's what half the job is done by A, and B takes over and completes the remaining half job. Keeping all these parameters in mind, you decide that work is 30 units. Okay, that point should be clear. Let's put a closure there. Let's come further. So therefore, how many units they are doing for a day? 7.5 days they completed the job. 30 units is what the work is. All right, now therefore A and B working together. A and B working together. If they're working together, so how many days? 7.5 days. Okay, what is the efficiency? Therefore, combined efficiency, guys, combined efficiency should be equal to 30. Therefore, the combined efficiency is 4. Combined efficiency is 4. Good. If the combined efficiency is 4, let us say for B, the efficiency is 1. This is efficiency, guys. All right, efficiency. I'm writing efficiency of these fellows. Efficiency is 1. Therefore, what is the efficiency of A? Efficiency of A will be 4 minus 1. Efficiency of A would become 4 minus y because total combined efficiency of A and B is 4. I took the efficiency of B as y. Then what would be the efficiency of A? 4 minus y. Now write the equations. Done. Job is over. Simple equation of the job is over. What is the job? What is the equation here? How did he do this 15 units for A? Write this 15 units for A. So A is working for 20 minus x days. A is working for 20 minus x days at the rate of 4 minus y. At the rate, this is the rate efficiency. So how many units he has done? 15 units he has done. First equation. Alright, first equation, 15 units he has done. Write the second equation similarly for B also. You write same 15 units. Write it for B. Write it for B now. Same 15 units. How did B did this? Alright, B worked for X days. B is working for X days. Or X days. So how much he is doing per day? Y units per day. So therefore it's also equal to 15. So you have two equations and two variables. We will solve and we'll get the answer. Hey, what is the answer you want? You want to find the value of X. Technically you want to find the value of X. Take this and solve. Let's simplify this first. Let's simplify this, guys. Let's simplify this. Okay, therefore 80 minus 4x. 80 minus 4x minus 21 plus xy plus xy is equal to 15. Okay, what is xy by the way? From the second equation, do it from the second equation. What is, by the way, what is the value of xy there? The value of xy is nothing but 15. Substitute 15 here. Substitute 15. 15 gets cancelled. Therefore, that is 0. 80 minus 4x minus 20y plus 15 is equal to 0. That's nothing but 0 there. So therefore, you are trying to say that, okay, divide throughout by 4. Now divide this equation throughout by 4. So you would be writing this as x plus 5y. X plus 5y is equal to 20. You will writing this as x plus 5y is equal to 20. What did I do? I divided throughout by 4. X plus 5y is equal to 20. But how do I get the value of x from here? Again use this. From here. What is the value of y? Y is equal to 15 by x. Y is equal to 15 by x. Substitute in this. Therefore x plus 5 times of what is the value of y? 15 by x is equal to what? 20. Becomes what, friends? This becomes quadratic. Multiply throughout by x square. Therefore you will say that x square plus 75 is equal to 20x. Therefore you will say that x square minus 20x plus 75 is equal to 0. The values of x therefore are nothing but 5 and 15. The values of x are nothing but 5 and 15. So should I be taking x is equal to 5 or 15? Or there are two answers you got in this quadratic. You should be taking the answer as 15. Why? Because it says that A is more efficient than B. A is more efficient than B, which implies, all right, now, so 5 and 15. If B is taking 15 days, if B takes 15 days, then A takes 5 days. Why? Because total is 20 days. If it is more efficient, you better write B as 15. Then the remaining 5 will go to A. So don't write B as 5. Then A becomes more efficient. It's given A is more efficient than B because author knows that the author knows that you will get two answers for X. You should be taking the bigger one, larger one. All right, larger of the two. Therefore, answer becomes 15 here. Okay, I guess all of you got the perspective. You got the idea about what we are trying to do there. Okay, sure. All right, now so try to build on this. I took you through the complete concepts. I took you through the variations here. Towards the end, I tried to do some of the questions into the deeper level as well. So whatever the doubts that you get, you can register yourself on the Telegram group, the link that you are seeing, the Telegram group, and then you can post your doubts there. Somebody will try to help you out, right? To help you out, sometimes during the lecture, sometimes the post lecture, somebody will try to help you out. Okay, so here we go. I guess all of you enjoyed this particular lecture. In fact, what I meant by enjoying is you learned through this particular lecture, but the task does not get over there. So now you understood that what are the concepts, how we need to apply the concepts. Point here is your journey starts when I finish. I'm finishing here, but your journey starts here. You got to be doing somewhere between 30 to 50 odd questions on this particular chapter with various difficulty levels and various varieties. So thereby, you will be able to develop the complete understanding about the applications. Here we go. So I will see you in the next video. Bye till then. Stay blessed.